Thanks, Roy. The Dallas Renegades arrived to their home stadium in Frisco, Texas, with faithful fans knowing this could be a really special season. They had an intense stretch of 3 games in about 10 days, and now they settle in for a potential bounce back. But it's not going to be easy. They're up against a fired-up and revamped Louisville Kings squad. The new look comes by way of the quarterback room. Louisville traded away their previous starters, so now Chandler Rogers, talented, athletic, he gets the nod. And he's opposite one of the most impressive players in the UFL this year, Dallas quarterback Austin Reed. And let's talk about some of the movement in the UFL, because the Louisville trade was just one of the headline-grabbing moves in the league. As we approach the full halfway mark of the season, we had quarterbacks going everywhere. Former NFL starter DTR went from Orlando to Birmingham. We mentioned Jason Bean. He's now off Louisville, off to D.C. D.C.'s experienced backup, Mike DeLillo, is with the Kings. And the veteran star quarterback, Luis Perez, he was sent from here in Dallas to St. Louis. All very significant transactions as we reach this halfway mark. As always, thrilled that you're with us for an afternoon of UFL football. Joe Tessitore and Jordan Rogers. Sam Acho and Brock Osweiler will be our field level analysts today. We'll say hello to those gentlemen in just a moment. But let's get to Chandler Rogers, Jordan. What is your thoughts on Chandler getting the nod now?
Well, I think it shows a lot of confidence because it's a kid that hasn't played a ton of football. It's his first year of pro football. His last year in college at Cal in 2024, he was in a tight quarterback competition with a guy named Fernando Mendoza. Yeah, that guy that just went #1 overall on Thursday in the NFL draft. So you know he has talent. Here's what I love. He's got a ton of confidence, and he has a calmness about him. He said, my superpower, I bore you with completions. And that's what this offense needs, a lot of efficiency and someone just to take the reins of it, leadership-wise, and get this offense going in the right direction.
Meanwhile, when it comes to Dallas, Austin Reed is a guy. I mean, we watched him in week 1. We watched at the box score. Everybody's like, where did he come from? What a showcase so far for him.
This is what the UFL is about, a guy that's so talented, spent the last couple years on practice squads and preseason with the Chicago Bears. He is the most talented, in my opinion, quarterback in the UFL, and he's got the best receiver in the UFL in Tyler Vaughns. Last couple weeks, though, this offense has kind of slowed down a little bit. I expect more fireworks. I expect him to push the ball downfield. Haven't seen a ton of it, but he is still the most dangerous man in the UFL.
Yeah, he's got that weapon. You mentioned Vaughns. He's got Burnett. He's got Drake Stoops. And let's bring in somebody who knows all about the offensive weaponry and what it can mean for putting a little cash in your pocket and having fun on a Sunday afternoon. Pam Maldonado is our betting analyst. Pam, what's your read here?
I'm going to be looking to the home team, the Renegades, covering 7.5 at home. Chandler Rogers, you mentioned it. It's his first road start for the Canes, facing the league sack leader in Cam Gill and Sean Wade, who has 3 interceptions in 4 games. A bit of a ball hawk. Now a Rogers turnover just feels inevitable, and the Dallas defense can exploit a fresh quarterback. And get this, Joe, home teams this season for the UFL, 14-5 against the spread. So I'll go ahead and back the team. Renegades, -7.5, coming off 9 days rest.
So Renegades is Pam's call. 7 and a hook is what she's laying here. And they are coached, of course, by one of the most prominent coaches in the UFL. You know the career of Rick Neuheisel, from being a Rose Bowl MVP to all the success he has, a dynamic head coach in college football, a pro coordinator, and now a galvanizing force in the UFL. Brock Osweiler is with Rick.
Well, down here with head coach Rick Neuheisel, the big news out of Louisville this week is they trade away their starting quarterback, and they're going to give the reins to Chandler Rogers. He's never made a start in professional football. What can you expect out of them, and how do you prepare for a potentially new-look offense?
I think whenever you're playing in this kind of league, you're expecting everything. So we've got to be ready for whatever Chandler and their offense presents. We didn't play well defensively last week. We need to atone, and hopefully that'll happen today.
Your quarterback, Austin Reed, he leads the league in touchdown passes and yards. He's been outstanding the first couple weeks, but last week, the loss on the road against Columbus, he was held in check. How do you get him and the rest of the offense off to a fast start today?
Well, we got to help him with the running game, and hopefully that'll happen today. Some play action, and then he's got to take what they give him. We got to keep ourselves in third and manageable. We can do that. I like our chances.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck. Over to Sam.
I'm with Coach Chris Redman, head coach of the Louisville Kings. Coach, new quarterback, a lot of new pieces on the offensive line. What can we expect today?
I think high efficiency. You know, we expect Chandler to go out there and make the right decisions, not force anything, go out there and play good football. We've got a lot of faith in number 4 out there.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Chris Redman, of course, a great quarterback himself, and now Number 4 out there is Chandler Rogers, who he turns to for his first pro start. The standings look like this. DC and Orlando, extremely talented rosters. DC, of course, the defending champs. Orlando loaded with Anthony Beck's experience at head coach. But Dallas has a chance to get to that 4-win plateau. And at the halfway mark, that would be huge down the stretch. But for Louisville, what a swing this would be if they could get to 2 wins, because then they're hunting down potentially one of those 4 playoff spots. Louisville won the toss. They elected to defer on this hot, humid, sunny afternoon in Frisco, Texas. Day Hunter and Janae Harris are the return men, as Tanner Brown will get the afternoon started. And we are underway to cap week 5 in the UFL. This is Harris. As Harris turns the corner just beyond the 30-yard line, as we take a closer look at Austin Reed, who leads the UFL in passing yards. He had a lot of success in college football. You saw what he was able to do his first stop, and then at Western Kentucky, where he led the NCAA in passing yards, had a cup of coffee as an undrafted free agent in the NFL, and now a lot of success this season already in the UFL.
Yeah, and offensive coordinator Noel Mazzoni said he's got the bravado of a bullfighter. Doesn't feel like there's any throw on the field that he can't make. Sometimes you got to reel him back in and get some more efficiency out of him.
It's a pass on the first play of the game, and a little bit of pressure, and it was incomplete as he was looking for Stoops on the shallow cross. Let's look at the impact players.
Yeah, one of those guys, Tyler Vaughn's the best wide receiver in all of the UFL, and Drake Stoops has really come on the last couple of weeks. So this is the matchup. Cam Dantzler and DeAndre Prince, between them, have almost 50 games of NFL experience, both draft picks in their own right. The man coverage on the outside and how they contain those receivers will be the story all day.
Hunter's going to test the left side, and well blocked on that offensive line out to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, an offensive line that's had some turnover. A lot of the guys that were playing on the right side are now on the left. They flip things around a little bit, trying to find the best, most consistent 5 up front. And you heard Coach talking, they need to run the football to take some pressure off this passing offense that they've leaned on so heavily through the first 4 weeks.
You got a rail, you got a rail. Here we go, white 80. White set, hot! Turbo set!
3rd down and 4. Reed looking for an option, and he finds it at midfield in the form of his big tight end, Seth Green.
Well, this is such a great job by Austin Reed. Watch him working to the left initially. 2 reads over there, nothing there, resets, and finds his basic crossing route over the middle. That's such a good job, because last week the pocket was closing in on him. He was scrambling around, but to have the confidence to stand in there, it's a great job.
It was a 14-yard reception, and now Hunter takes it ahead for a gain of 1.5 yards. Noel Mazzoni, the veteran offensive coordinator.
Seahawk Brady, dot left, Seahawk Brady, alert Oregon. What, he ran right.
You're in 4 down. On the turbo, on the turbo, on the turbo.
Oh, you're in 4 down.
On the turbo, dot left, Seahawk Brady, alert Oregon, Vic.
Here, Coach Neuheisel saying there, no, you're in 4 down. It's 2nd down, but you crossed the 50, so you're going to have to go for it on 4th. Really have 2 downs to try to pick up this 8 yards.
2nd and 8. Keep it on the ground with Hunter again. A little shuffle step gets him to the 43-yard line. Jamie Sharper is the defensive coordinator for Louisville. He was part of the DC Defenders UFL Championship staff a year ago.
Over 10 personnel. Over Pirate, cover 2.
Here we go, on the turbo, trigger right fly.
Ball's going to bounce. Ball's going to bounce out, all right? Over Pirate.
On the turbo, right.
You heard cover 2 there. You're going to see 2 high safeties. Zone coverage is what Austin Reed and this offense love to see. They've struggled with man lately. Zone is right in their wheelhouse.
They're down at 6. Reed steps up. Couldn't survive it. And they are saying that is not a live ball as he was pressured. And it was Jalen Allen who was collapsing on Austin Reed.
Yeah, pressure once again. Watch the right side. Running back's going to have to come across to try to help out here. That's the initial pressure that causes Austin Reed to panic a little bit and step up. Maybe didn't have to escape. If he just resets in the middle of the pocket, almost ran into some pressure there. We saw him be patient early in the drive. Now, maybe trying to escape when he didn't need to.
And that was that pirate call, Jordan. That pirate that you heard was the 2 defensive linemen to the left going underneath. So you heard the defensive coordinator say, hey, the ball might bounce in a run, but that pass rush actually works for a pass play as well. You just have to loop around like you saw Brunson do, number 91.
It was Eric Garr, the cornerback, who came up with the ball at the end there. Officials taking their time to reset things at the end of that play. And, of course, remember the new rule, no punting inside the 50-yard line. Once the ball crosses the 50-yard line in the UFL this year, there is no punting. So they are forced to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, watch for Tyler Vaughns. He's actually lining up inside right now, their best receiver. Moving him to see if they can get a matchup in the middle of the field.
4th and 11, having crossed midfield. Reed, incomplete. Well covered as he was trying to get it to Tyler Vaughns.
Yeah, so they put Tyler Vaughns at that Y position, close to the line of scrimmage, trying to get him across the field, but a safety's sitting right there with eyes, so really nowhere to go with the football. Austin Reed would have loved to put that a little more out in front with a little more air, let him run under it, but that safety's sitting there reading his eyes. Then he had to put that on a line.
And Jordan, that's something that Noel Mazzoni, offensive coordinator, talked to us about this week. He said sometimes Austin Reed will just force feed the football to Tyler Vaughns with that safety help over the top. He needs to try to find the one-on-one elsewhere.
So here's the first pro start in the career of Chandler Rogers. You saw that resume go up in 5 teams in 5 years of college football. Rogers just hooks it up over the middle and gets it complete for a 1st down to Tariq Black. Mentioned 5 teams in 5 years of college football, well-traveled. He finished up at Cal, where he was indeed Fernando Mendoza's backup quarterback, the #1 pick in the NFL draft this week, and now forging ahead with the Louisville Kings.
Yeah, and Steve Logan, the offensive coordinator, compared him to Brock Purdy. He's not going to wow you with speed or arm strength, but he always finds the right guy to throw the football to.
James Robinson trying to turn the corner and just get anything back, as there was excellent pursuit, including Fluellen from that safety position.
Boy, and they need the running backs to perform today. This is the worst rushing attack in the UFL for Louisville. So James Robinson and Ian Wheeler, who's back in the lineup after missing last week, have got to help this young quarterback out. And on the other side, 2 really outstanding linebackers, JT Tyler and Donald Payne, 2 tackling machines. To me, that's the matchup. If Louisville can run the football, they're going to give Chandler Rogers a chance. If they can't, puts a lot of pressure on a guy making his first career professional start.
Kevin Strong, the starting defensive tackle for Dallas, was slow to get up at the end of that play. In fact, he's still down. He's down right near the bench, and now he's getting to his knees. Starting defensive tackle who played his college football at Houston, has a sack and a half this year as he is able to walk off the field. So thus the medical timeout. All right, let's get into the offensive line shuffles for Louisville.
Boy, this has been fun, right? I mean, this week we saw the transactions with Jason Bean. They cut the starting left tackle and left guard. So James Tunstall and J.D. Dorenzo, new starters on that left side. There's been a lot of faces. They need that group to perform today.
And you mentioned the struggles with the running game. 2nd and 10 for Rogers. Able to connect again, and he does so to Lucky Jackson. With a big play in overtime win against Houston last week with a 41-yard reception to set up a field goal.
Black check, put him on the ball. Black check, black check, black check, black check. Black, black, black.
Well, this is a wrinkle for this offense. They're going to act like they're going to call a play, but they're not. Oh.
This is 3rd down and 2. No flag is down. It's on the other side, in fact. Entire other side of the field, and it could be offside. We'll check on it.
Hey, how he look? How he look?
So that was a great job by the center, Mike McAllister, of snapping that football as soon as the defender crossed the line of scrimmage, because they weren't going to run a play there. They were going to act like they run a play, see what the defense is in, and send a play in. That's new, because with Jason Bean, they weren't able to use multiple snap counts. They weren't able to run checks, whether it was in the pass game or the run game. So that's a new wrinkle for Louisville with Chandler Rogers at the helm.
Being traded to D.C. for Mike DeLillo, veteran quarterback who's well respected in the league, and try to keep it on the ground with Robinson. You mentioned the struggles running the ball. They average only 45.3 rush yards per game. That is last in the UFL.
Odd adjust.
Mike Gilhammer's the DC for Dallas.
11-11 still. Okay.
Let's go. 300 stat, halfback block already. 300 stat, 300 stat.
All right, Tom. Hey, good. That's good. Star 7. Star 7.
Let's go, let's go. Hey! Blue 88! Blue 88!
Rodgers on 2nd and 7, looking to swing it to Robinson, but he had to try to get it over the incoming defender. That was Donald Payne who disrupted that play.
Yeah, it's a great recognition by Rodgers. He was hot when Payne blitzed off that side. He's not able to get his running back the ball. Sets up a 3rd and long.
Let's go. Fall to Ricky. Who's that? Zebra landmark. I want Rick. Landmark switch. Landmark switch. Landmark switch. Hey, hey, hey. Look, look, look.
See Rodgers walking out to the slot receiver, Lucky Jackson, before he comes back to that shotgun position. 3rd down and 7. Rodgers, pressure off the edge. He survives it, and he's going to try to run for it. As they are going to mark him at the 20-yard line, so that's going to be a yard short. It was Fluellen who couldn't make the tackle in the backfield.
Watch the pressure come off this side, and Rodgers does a great job of lowering his shoulders and tipping through underneath the 3 defender. That is a look at that. I mean, that is textbook pocket presence by a quarterback making his first start. 2 hands on the ball, protected it. Obviously didn't quite pick up the first down. It's going to lead to a field goal here, but a great heads-up play to set him up for a nice little shorter field goal opportunity here.
Yeah, Tanner Brown, by the way, who hit from 59, 58, and 52 last week in the win against Houston. He was 5 of 6 in that game. So he had the long distance work there. This to open up the game, a 38-yard field goal attempt from Brown. As he puts it on through. And that is how Louisville, with their new starting quarterback, gets on the board. The Kings up 3-zip, but Austin Reed back out there when we return to the UFL Week 5 capper here in Frisco. A great scene in Arlington on Friday. Renegades were hosting an open practice for their season ticket holders, and this is the guy that they all have their faith in, Austin Reed.
Now, we talked about this offense kind of struggling the last couple weeks. Why? Man coverage. Columbus, who they played in back-to-back weeks, did a really good job of playing tight to the line of scrimmage and being physical on the outside. And with that, Austin Reed kind of narrowed in on Tyler Vaughns maybe a little too much. I think Noel Mazzoni would like to see Austin spread the football out a little bit more, get Drake Stoops involved, get Denzel Mims and Emmanuel Butler involved. Everybody knows he wants to go to Tyler Vaughns, but if they spread the football out a little bit, this offense could start getting back on track.
Ellis Merriweather, running back, on the return here in special teams. And he will get it out to the 30-yard line and give Austin Reed another chance at it to get this day underway. Incredible UFL debut he had back on March 25th. We mentioned sort of that eye-opening performance that got everybody's attention. 376 yards. That's a single-game passing record, UFL.
I think he's the most physically gifted as well. You'll see how he changes his arm angle.
Here we go.
And still has velocity and accuracy through any platform that he's got to throw off of.
180. 180. Set. Run.
Merriweather tries to get that ground game going, but he was denied just a yard there. Travis Bell with the tackle.
Dual right.
Former 7th-round draft pick of the Chicago Bears.
Hey, here we go. Dual right. Ohio check on the turbo. Dual right. Ohio check on the turbo. Ohio check.
Tampa 2.
Okay, we're going to go 10 next.
Here we go. Vic. On three. Turbo set.
2nd and 9, Merriweather again. And very good pursuit down the line by Louisville. Eric Garrar with the tackle.
Well, you heard, I think it was maybe head coach Rick Neuheisel in the ear of Noel Mazzoni. Okay, Tampa 2, right? You're going to get 2 high safeties, cover 2.
Sure.
You got to be able to run the football if a team's going to play 2 safeties.
Here we go on the turbo.
Right? If you're going to get them out of that.
Right, exit, 50 smash, F jerk on the turbo.
If not, then Dallas is going to have a hard time pushing the ball downfield against a soft zone coverage.
You heard the call, smash F jerk. They're trying to isolate Tyler Vaughn's inside on a linebacker.
Yep. Flags come raining in. Fingers get pointed.
False start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
That's Keaton Sutherland.
Former Texas A&M offensive lineman.
Hey, Ocean left empty, 50, wide carry, F Stucco.
Hey, here we go.
Ocean.
On the turbo, Ocean left empty, 50, wide carry, F Stucco, on the turbo, ready.
So empty, so Reed's not going to have any help in protection. It'll just be the 5 offensive linemen. Make sure they give him time to be able to push the ball downfield.
Turbo, set!
Third down and 12 after the penalty. Reed drives the ball complete, but backing up and having to work his way back to the chains of Deontay Burnett. I think he had the first down initially.
Oh, it was the perfect play.
Heavy. You're good, don't trip, we're fine.
He's short by about the length of a football.
Yeah, you're always taught when you catch the ball against zone coverage, you got to get north and south to puncture the bubble. Can't run backwards, and now you get a fourth and inches here as Dallas rolls the dice.
This is fourth and about the distance of a football. Whistles blow pre-snap. Dallas. So Deontay Burnett backtracks and puts Rick Neuheisel into this corner of a 4th and 1.
Make your call.
Let's go, coach. Run the judo. The ball is, I mean, like literally, like it's on the, they spotted it like on the freaking line. What is she doing? It's just behind the line. It is literally an inch.
They are dealing with a 4th and about 3 or 4 inches. I'd almost love to see Austin Reed walk up and sneak it.
All right, just get to the paint, get to the stripe.
They were running. It looked like they were out there in bare.
I like your call. I like your call.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, trio left. Hey, trio left, classy. Judo Vic.
You're in heavy right now, you
Classy,
change?
heavy, yes, heavy. Yeah,
Heard Austin Reed point to the game clock running down.
And an extra offensive lineman in there. So they're in a big, heavy set. Let's see if they trust this run game.
The actual time left has now been corrected. It's 5:28 remaining in the first quarter. With Noel Mazzoni, you see there, the play caller for Dallas. What do they dial up here on 4th and very short?
Here we go. 180. Wait, set.
Merriweather straight ahead, and it's a chunk play out past the 50-yard line, so they convert the 4th down and get 10 plus.
Boy, watch the job up front. Really good job by the interior of that offensive line, standing up the defensive lineman and allowing 0 penetration, so Merriweather can cut that back and pick up the first down.
And then Emmanuel Butler, the wide receiver, picking up a block for all that extra yardage. Back to the ground game with Merriweather. This time just a gain of a yard as he was chopped down by Cameron Dantzler, the cornerback who played at Mississippi State. A post-play scuffle for a moment.
Well, one of the best parts about these UFL broadcasts is hearing all the chatter, hearing Austin Reed, you know, on that play where, what's he doing? What's my receiver? I love hearing these guys navigate a football game because nothing ever goes right. And you get to hear all these little, all the commentary within the game. And Austin Reed's one of the best. He will show his emotions, good, bad, and indifferent.
What he said.
2nd and 9, Reed, shallow cross. He hit his receiver, Greg Ward Jr., right in the face mask.
Oh, yeah, he was just not ready for that ball. You heard Reed say he's got to look right now. As soon as you cross the center, you got to at least peek. And his head was just probably 2 steps late on that one. And I'd say that was an accurate pass by Austin Reed. Usually that's where you want to hit the receiver.
3rd down and 9, and keep in mind the new rule, crossing the 50-yard line, no punts.
Turbo, set.
Reed, empty look. Tries to get it to the outside, but it's incomplete as Merriweather was his only option. So now a 4th and 9, having crossed midfield. No punting allowed in the UFL.
They're all on it.
10.
Yeah, you were bracketed.
Another frustrating, slow start for this Dallas offense.
Same exact field position, by the way, where there was the turnover of downs to start the game, giving that short field to Louisville, the captive, with the field goal. Let's see if they can convert here.
Dallas going to work a mesh concept with a sail route to the sideline.
Turbo, set.
4th and 9. Reed extending the play. Crosses his body and incomplete. As you hear Emmanuel Butler, the reaction from Austin Reed just saying, stay with me, stay with me. So Dallas's first 2 drives end with turnover on downs.
Yeah, Reed trying to make a play here, knowing it's 4th down. And he's just wanting Butler to settle a little bit, not run into a defender out in front of him. A tough play, and once again, this Louisville defense comes up with a 4th down stop.
Yeah, Louisville will take over on the 48-yard line again. When we return, they have a field goal lead.
There's a specific DNA that it takes to be a quarterback, and he's got that. He's got that DNA, and we're real excited to showcase his skills.
And there's waiting patiently for my opportunity, and finally I have it. So I'm gonna take full advantage of it.
We talked to Chris Redman, the head coach, the other day. He added, listen, Chandler Rogers is a team-first kind of guy. He's ready for this challenge. The trade away of Jason Bean, and now Rogers gets his first start as a pro quarterback.
One of the more calm and confident guys I've ever talked to. Probably wouldn't surprise you then to know that when Redman gave him the phone call to tell him he was handing him over the keys, he was asleep at his parents' house. He's living with them right now, local to Dallas.
Yeah, he's from Mansfield, Texas. Yep. So returns to the home area for his first pro start. Louisville up 3-0 against the Renegades. This is Robinson, and Robinson is able to get inside the 45-yard line, tackled by Tyler. Good block by Black on the outside.
Yeah, Mike DeLillo, obviously the quarterback that they got from D.C. in return for Jason Bean. A promising young prospect as well. They've been excited about him in D.C., just set behind one of the best quarterbacks in the UFL in Jordan Ta'amu. But I will say the move was as much about what Chandler does from a leadership standpoint and just how they needed to get rid of some guys that weren't doing it the right way.
2nd and short, and Robinson at 220+ pounds just powers ahead when it looked like nothing was there. It's going to be 3rd and inches.
Short?
Yeah.
Give me a Kong.
Kong.
13 big. Kong, K-move, Stanford. Kong, K-move, Stanford. Kong, K-move, Stanford.
Sacks, sacks. You see that? It's like washboard on their
Play clock was counting down.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
It's their first penalty of the afternoon.
Yeah, they brought in two offensive linemen extra in that play. Both the guys that they just signed this week. Because remember, they cut their starting left tackle. They cut their starting right tackle. 2 of the guys that they said just weren't doing it the right way. Not representing Louisville the way we wanted. So the run game is going to be an interesting aspect of Louisville with all the moving pieces that have been around Chandler Rogers.
What a difference to go from 3rd and inches to 3rd and 6 now. And with that, Rogers back to pass, and he's sacked. So you go from a big, heavy unit of 2 H-backs and a running back to an obvious passing down, and Moraine and Taylor get the sack.
Boy, watch the pressure right here down the middle. J.D. Dorenzo, the left guard, gets pushed back into Chandler Rogers. And again, sets up a 4th down where Louisville has to go for it.
Now you say to yourself, hey, the ball is on the other side of the 50, but it wasn't. Once the ball crosses the 50, there is no punting. So a unique 4th and 11 from the minus side of the field for Louisville. And Rogers is going to be brought down again, and it's Taylor. So that is a massive turn of field position for Dallas.
Boy, it's the left side again. Watch this stunt. He's going to get J.D. Dorenzo, the left guard, again. He's late coming off onto that end that wrapped from the outside to the inside. Boy, you almost can't blame this offensive line a ton. So many new faces, guys that haven't played on the left side, play on the right side, guys that haven't started, and a new quarterback back there doing his best, but a great job by Dallas.
No, he's not doing it.
To force a turnover and give their offense good field position for once.
Taking over at the Louisville 45. Hunter, as he drags a defender ahead to the 41. That was Kubitz.
Hey, nice job. He didn't give you anything on the choice?
On the jerk, they called it out, and then they bracketed it.
Okay. Hey, then there should be a 7 or a hitch. They can't cover all of it.
Boy, I love that little nugget at the end there. As he got 4 seconds left, he says, well, if they take that away, there should be a hitch or something, right? And that's the thing with Austin Reed. He's such a gunslinger. He's trying to hit the big play, sometimes too much. And he should just take the easy throw when it's there to help this offense stay on track.
Well, the defense did their job for Dallas. The big sack on 4th down. Now can the offense answer? We'll find out when we start the second quarter after a short break. Don't go anywhere. Well, there's not much better than the Stanley Cup playoffs, and first-round coverage continues tonight on ESPN. Game 4 between the Lightning and the Canadiens comes your way at 7 Eastern, followed by Game 4 between the Oilers and the Ducks. And we have a very happy producer with the Sabres up 4-0 on the Bruins right now. But there is the road to the Cup as Carolina has advanced to the next round. Dallas, home team, will be in action on ESPN2 against Minnesota on Tuesday night. We're just up the road from downtown Dallas in Frisco at Toyota Stadium, home of the MLS team, FC Dallas, home of the National Soccer Hall of Fame. When we give you a coverage here, you probably notice some of the renovations that are being made, but a good venue for the UFL, as many of the new venues are more intimate. Here's Austin Reed for the Renegades as he gets it complete to Drake Stoops, of course, the former Oklahoma star, the son of Bob Stoops.
Boy, protection's been an issue, so I love this. A designed boot to the left, or just a dash pass, we call it, and a laser on the run from Austin Reed, showing you some of that arm strength and the ability to throw off platform. Little sidearm there, ripped it right into Stoops.
11-yard reception by Stoops.
Here we go. Gotta go. Turbo shot.
Now they go with the jet motion with Stoops carrying the ball as he struggles to find much green grass on the outside, but taken down at the 26-yard line by Bryce Hall.
There we go. Trio right, getting pistol. All right, trio right, Michigan.
Red here. Yeah, 36.
Brady, Sleet, X stop. Trio right, pistol, Michigan, Brady, Sleet, X stop. It's going to be third down.
Here we go.
That.
Watch the boot.
Hey.
2nd and 6. Hunter's going to be tackled for a loss, and Louisville leads the UFL and TFLs.
Boy, Travis Bell, number 98 for Louisville, came right through the A-gap and blew that one up before Day-Day Hunter had a chance. Look at that. The ball's not even in Day-Day Hunter's belly, and Bell's already almost to him, 4 yards deep in the backfield.
Well over 300-pounder on the inside, was with the Falcons, the Bengals, the Bears, the Vikings.
Here we go.
Now trying to get back playing with the Kings, big part of the success that they've had up front. 3rd down and 10. Reed, 4-man rush, gets it complete to Stoops again, and it is a 1st down for Dallas. By the way, it's interesting to hear Austin Reed say, hey, that's not our football. That's a Louisville football he just threw.
Yeah, and it's a great little job by Stoops just finding the soft spot in that too-high zone. But you think quarterbacks are picky?
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't even need to look at the ball. As soon as he felt it and threw it, it came out of his hands. He's like, wait, that's not one of mine.
By the way, you talk about access and the great audio and the little nuances, the little parts of the game. To hear Austin Reed say that, hey, that's a Louisville football. Oh, we may have a pick six. Would you look at this? Bryce Hall. Coast to coast. The former New York Jets NFL draft pick just houses it here on the road. An 83-yard pick six by Bryce Hall.
Well, if that was a Louisville ball, he threw it to the right guy. I mean, that was an unbelievable play on the outside by Bryce Hall.
Just when you got the sense that Dallas, the defense did their job, great field position, the offense was looking to get things going, and one costly mistake and one great play by Bryce Hall. And all of a sudden, Louisville, new look Louisville, is up 10-zip on the road after the Tanner Brown PAT.
It's just a two-man concept, right? One guy's got to block this guy for the screen, but you have to block him. You can't let the corner jump inside. Look at the receiver sitting there watching. I think it was Greg Ward. That is your one job on that is get in front of the guy in a gray jersey that's standing right in front of me. I mean, as a receiver, if you're Greg Ward, if your guy's playing 8 or 10 yards off, then maybe you could look at the other guy. But when he's 3 yards in front of you, you got to get in front of him at all costs. Otherwise, that happens. Wow.
The nickel was adding into the field. The nickel was creeping in. We had the key too.
They rolled the corner and play the game bound.
I can't even imagine what film room is like when you're a guy like Greg Ward. And that happens.
So Noel Mazzoni was saying there, hey, they rolled the corner to the field. So if they're playing soft over there, then you maybe look at that screen. But if that corner's going to roll and play tight coverage like that, just stick to what we had in the boundary, whatever concept it was.
Jordan, I totally agree. As a quarterback, anytime you get 2 over 2 and it's somewhat of a press look, you just got to delete the RPO and hand the football off to the running back. And I think that's why Rick Neuheisel was so upset, because there's a run look there and don't force the pass.
The ball's got to travel a lot further than you think, and with that corner sitting there close.
Hey, we need to win some coming from behind anyway.
Here, Rick Neuheisel giving his final instructions as well. This is Ellis Merriweather on the return, and he is upended just beyond the 25-yard line. Reed and Neuheisel.
I love that little nugget too. Hey, just relax. You know, we play good coming from behind. He knows he's got a quarterback that can get fired up, get emotional at times. It's only the second quarter. We got 12 minutes before halftime. It hasn't gone their way early, but there's a lot of football in this game.
Green fast, 85 caddy, X post on one, ready? My fast, yeah. Hey, like Ohio. Here we go. 180, 180, shot.
Reed has time, goes downfield, and it's picked off again. Corey Mayfield with the interception. So back-to-back interceptions for Austin Reed.
What have we talked about with Austin Reed? Not forcing the ball when you don't need to. He's trying to force the ball over the middle of the field to Tyler Vaughns. Watch the defender sink right back into it, and look at his running back. Nobody within 15 yards. You got to just check that one down.
What did Noel Mazzoni tell us this week? He said when Austin predetermines, he's at his worst. He just needs to read, react, and take what the defense gives him. Can't predetermine.
And now once again, Louisville takes over on the plus side. Rodgers trying to get it into space, and he does so as he gets the completion, and that'll go for a first down to Zach Davidson.
And I'm here with Corey Mayfield and some of the defensive guys. Eric, what'd you say earlier? EG, what'd you say earlier?
Everybody get a pick. You get a pick. You get a pick. You get a pick. My boy got a pick right here.
Hey, Corey, what'd you see on that last play?
They called a good call. We was in cover 4, and they had trips to the other side. And I seen just 3 ran it over. I ain't had no work, so I picked it off. Shout out to the coaches. Chris McAllister out there, man. Legendary Raven. We in this thing. Thank you, God. Hey, I love you, mama.
And I also have Bryce Hall with me, too. So it was back-to-back picks. I know we got a play going on. Bryce, what did you see on your pick 6?
Yeah, it was the perfect coverage for what they had. I saw, the quarterback was kind of looking out, potentially throwing a little screen. So as soon as I saw the receiver, he kind of jumped back. I just went and took my shot. Thankfully, I caught it. And just glory to God for just being in the right position, the right time, and just trusting. And, and then the rest is history.
Thanks, Bryce.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
5.5 years removed from when he had his first NFL interception as a member of the Jets against the Rams, and he has an 83-yard pick 6 here in the UFL as Wheeler weaves his way ahead for a first down.
This is a huge drive for this Dallas defense.
Rip up, Larry.
Been put in a bad spot after the interception.
Where's the Redskin at?
10-zip Louisville lead after the pick 6, and then another interception, and all of a sudden it's first down inside the 20-yard line. Looking to add to their lead on the road. So one-win team who's trying to find a second half of the season surge. Rodgers. And he had his man Davidson, but he hadn't turned around yet. Just a little bit of pressure that had him have to rush things a bit, and that came from Kevin Strong.
Yeah, almost a really good play. Great recovery on the back end by Dallas.
Guys, where does the leakage come from on Elephants on Parade?
1 more second.
Where did that leakage come from, guys, on that?
Call it again.
Lead flex. 3-scat, Renegade. Lead flex. 3-scat, Renegade.
Prior, they had a max protect. He's wondering, how did somebody come through?
And he's concerned about the pass pro there. 2nd down and 10 now. Here's Rodgers. Protection issues again, but Rodgers with his athleticism able to get beyond it, and he works his way inside the 15-yard line. Kalen DeLoach, the former Florida State star, with the tackle there.
Boy, and James Tunstall, the left tackle, is down on the ground.
And 2 players are down as well. That's Willie Taylor, who is the linebacker who had the 4th down sack earlier today for Dallas. So Tunstall, the starting left tackle, he is down, as well as Willie Taylor, a key part of the defense for Dallas, who's up walking off the field. We'll continue after these messages and a word from our ABC stations. What a treat for Chandler Rogers' family, because they're local. He grew up just about 50 miles south here, south of Arlington, Texas, in Mansfield, Texas. We're north in Frisco, and this is his first pro start. So his entire family's here. He coaches a 7-on-7 team, and they made the trip here as well to support Chandler and his team. Louisville's off to a very good start, now facing a 3rd down and 7 on the road here against the Renegades.
A new left tackle in the game for Louisville.
3rd and 7. Rodgers drives the ball down towards the goal line and gets it complete. It's going to be 1st and goal as Tariq Black, the former Michigan Wolverine, Texas Longhorn star, comes up with the reception.
And a great job by Rodgers stepping up there, avoiding a little bit of pressure. Watch him climb the pocket here. His eyes are going to start to the right. Gets to Black on the left. And a great ball low at the goal line.
1st and goal. Wheeler looking for a crease there. And stacked up right at the line as Tashawn Bauer was the first to get to him.
This is where Louisville has struggled. Short yardage, being able to push the defensive line. That's where I'd love to see them use the mobility of Chandler Rogers as well. It's an element they haven't quite tapped into.
Second and goal. Wheeler again with ease as he strides right in. And all of a sudden, back-to-back interceptions puts Dallas in a massive hole as they're able to cash in again.
That's a great job punching that one in by Ian Wheeler. Back from injury, missed last week with a concussion. What an important job to capitalize on both interceptions. One went back for the touchdown, one gave them great field position, and they were able to put together a drive and are a chip shot away from taking a 17-0 lead here in the second quarter.
You can hear some of the chatter going on in that Louisville sideline. Somebody just said to Chandler Rogers, that's how you lead. That's how you lead. You brought that up early on, and you get on the road, you play in this league, you got to lead, and that's what he's doing right now. By the way, the extra point is no good.
And here was the interception from Austin Reed. Just stared it down the whole way. Great job elevating there. And then a great job of punching it in. The run game, again, Louisville came into this game last in the UFL rushing. They've been good today so far.
Yeah, they were averaging only 45.3 yards per game on the ground, and they have 35 rushing yards today.
And so I'm here with Chandler Rogers. Chandler, you're getting your first start. What does it feel like to get that touchdown?
Man, it's gratifying. You know, all the hard work that we've been putting in from camp and going into the season. You know, we've had our struggles with scoring touchdowns, so it definitely feels relieved, and especially being a rushing touchdown, it definitely feels good for momentum for us.
What does this opportunity mean for you?
It means everything. You know, it's by the grace of God, he gave me this opportunity, and I'm just blessed, thankful to have this.
And with the defense stepping up, what is your message to the team as you have a pretty good lead right now?
My coach getting mad at me.
Coach is getting mad. That's the message. All right, best to stay locked in and stay dialed in. Outstanding job, Chandler. Outstanding job.
Exactly the way he wants his day to go. Meanwhile, the Dallas offense needs to settle in a bit. Had 4 drives, 76 total yards, and of course, the 2 critical interceptions. Pick 6, returned 83 yards, and then another interception set up the short field that Louisville just cashed in on as Day Hunter takes the return past the 30. Let's go back to the miscues by Dallas.
Yeah, they were just bad pre-snap decisions by Reed. It's an RPO. You don't throw it against a corner that's pressed on the outside when you're trying to hit a slip screen. Can't do it in this one. He predetermined he was going to throw to Tyler Vaughns here. Take the check down. It's wide open. He's just got to take a deep breath. Read the play out. Don't predetermine where you want to go with the football. Try to get back in a rhythm.
He's pressed, so you can rail it. Here we go. 180. 180 shot.
Here's Reed. He gets it to his running back Merriweather out of the backfield.
LA.
Oh, actually, that was Greg Ward who had lined up in the backfield.
LA.
So a 5-yard reception by Ward.
Turbo shot.
2nd and 5. As Merriweather will make it 3rd and 1. Greer with the tackle.
Heavy.
Whatever you want, call it.
Call Indy, coach.
Here we go, Indy. Hey, Trey Wright, Chelsea. All right, Indy Brady.
Classy.
Okay,
Classy.
Trey like classy. Indy Brady.
Under.
Yeah, fit it.
Here we go. 180. Wait a second.
Merriweather. Smart move to make that cut to the outside. Brock?
Down here with Luke Lanin, the backup quarterback for the Renegades. Luke, let's talk a little bit of football. Let's listen into the call.
Hey, trio right. Classy, Z-Fly, Gator, Topper, Dover. Trio right, classy.
Okay, as a quarterback, what are you thinking here? What route concepts do you have?
So on this one, we got a deep ball. We got some play action. And we got a motion here going to a double post.
And what look defensively are you looking to take the shot against?
Really any look. I like the double post against one high or one quarters, and just trying to take that middle of the field safety out of the way, and then have that outside post, which we got. Oh, he checked it down to the running back.
He's forced to check down off the play action.
That's a good play right there.
You know what? A coach loves to see that, right? Like, hey, if you don't like the shot down the field, check it down. Keep getting positive yards. Let's listen to the next call.
Here we go. Indy Vic, Sleep. See, stop.
Inside zone slice play here, where we got an RPO tag.
What look are you looking to throw this RPO against?
So if we have a 7-man box, that's a good time to throw it, just because we don't have enough pass in the box to hand it off. But we had a 6-man box here, so he gave it to a running back. Should be enough to pick up the first for us.
It is when you
Merriweather. When you have numbers advantage, you got to run the football, right? Get that offensive line going, get that back going. Let's listen to Noel Mazzoni here.
Hey, somebody get him. Hey, go right 60. Hey, do it right 60 Chevron. Right, Dino. Do it right 60 Chevron. Do it right
here we got a snag concept to the field on the right side with a double post action. Here we want to get like a fake scissors look from the boundary, and again trying to hit that outside post.
How do you decide which way you're going?
Really like with the pre-snap coverage, what we're thinking. We want to stay left side because we really want to take that shot. But in that case, they were playing soft, so he just came down to the right side and made a nice completion.
I love the play calls by Coach Mazzoni right now. It really looks like he's just trying to get some simple completions for Austin, get him back in a rhythm, build some confidence back.
Yeah, exactly. Got to get back into that rhythm.
Michigan Vic, Sleep.
Deontay Burnett.
We got another inside zone insert play here with our RPOs again. We got stop route from Tyler Vaughn's down here. So if he likes the matchup, he's going to come over here.
Looks like you might get one-on-one with Vaughn's right now with the safety rotation.
Looks like we got a 7-man box. Checking something here. Let's see what he checked.
2nd and 6.
Outside zone for us.
Merriweather trying to get to that corner.
That's a good check. Now, when you play for Rick Neuheisel and Noel Mazzoni, do you have the freedom to check to plays at any given point in time?
Yeah, they love us getting into better situations. We go out there, we know, hey, this play's not going to work. They got too many dudes in the box or too many dudes who are wanting to run the ball. Always getting us to a better play. They're always for that.
And you have to love that, right? Because you're not handcuffed as a quarterback. Let's listen into this next one. I heard Chevron, so I know you got snag game.
Snag, and then we got hammer, so we got a dig coming from the inside guy, and then we got an under coming back.
3rd down and 4.
Right now, we came back to the backside. Emmanuel Butler tried to sit back because the corner was going to jump it.
Just got to hit it.
Big decision for Rick Neuheisel.
4th down.
You take the
11
three.
is in the game.
Looks like no hesitation going for it on 4th. Let's listen.
Go 10. Hey, go trigger left, fly. 93 Stucco, F Chelsea. Hey, get Drake in there. Go.
Drake Stoops looks like, and then we got a stick return from TB.
I love that call because it seems like Stoops keeps getting good matchups on the inside.
He does. He's been doing a great job with his choice routes today, sitting in those open holes in the defense.
This is 4th down and 3 for Dallas.
It's right there. Yep, got him.
And it is indeed Drake Stoops. It's a 1st down Renegades. Brock?
Great play call, great matchup. Noel Mazzoni, one of the best in the business at getting good matchups for a quarterback.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job. I feel like, especially this drive, too, we're getting a great rhythm. Austin's starting to feel himself. I know Drake's feeling himself after that choice route. Now we're going to hit him with tempo after he got that 1st down. We just got a little inside zone action with an RPO.
Money.
Dallas 2 for 4 on 4th downs. Merriweather straight ahead. He's trying some muscles his way down to the 16.
Let our running backs start to get more confidence and build our confidence for our O-line.
Let's listen in on this next one.
Hey, go Spartan. Hey,
another tempo here. We're going to motion in our tight end and run an inside zone insert here.
Are there any RPO tags? Can the football be thrown, or is this just a call it and run it run play?
The football can be thrown here if we don't like the numbers in the box. I think we got a good time to hand it off. There we go.
Merriweather gets down to the 12-yard line on 2nd and 7.
Your offensive line really getting in the flow, getting some good push on this defensive front for Louisville. Let's listen in.
He's great. Heavy. They're tired. Here we go. Hey, Trey Wright, classy. Indy Brady. Trey Wright, classy.
We're going inside zone slice here with the heavy personnel, bringing in another offensive lineman to fill that tight end spot. just to get big bodies on big bodies.
That's it.
On the ball.
3rd down and 2. Listening to Luke Lennon
Here we go.
with Brock Osweiler coming down to the 2-minute warning. Here's Merriweather. And that is right on the line to gain.
Appreciate the time.
As we reach the 2-minute warning. And it is indeed a 1st down. A 1st and goal. Critical that Dallas breaks through on the board when we come back to Frisco, Texas. 16-point lead for Louisville on the road against a good Dallas team. Well, we invite you to be part of the action, closer to the action than you've ever been, in the middle of it all. UFL tickets are on sale with great seats still available for under $20. You can visit the UFL.com/tickets or scan that QR code you see there and buy your tickets today. I think the league has done an outstanding job with the fan experience, especially here in Dallas at Toyota Stadium. Kids Day today. Louisville with the 2 interceptions, a pick 6 that was returned, another one that was cashed in with the offense with a short field. Now Dallas, the 13th play of this drive is coming, the longest for either team, and they got to get themselves on the board.
Here we go.
1st and goal.
180. 180 set. Hut. Turbo set.
Austin Reed drives the ball inside the 5 and trying to fight for that goal line is Emmanuel Butler.
Well, you saw the hard cadence there. It was a really good job using that to get information on the defense. There was a late rotation by Louisville. Austin Reed saw it through right into the void of the zone after that rotation. That's when he's at his best, right? Not forcing, just seeing it and taking the throw that's in front of him. Not forcing where you want to go or where you love to go.
Here we go.
Take what the defense gives you.
2nd and goal.
Indy Vic solid. Indy Vic solid. Indy Vic solid.
Ball to 1 yard line.
180. Wait, set.
And Merriweather will take it right in. So a long sustained drive by Dallas. Exactly what they needed after those troubles with the back-to-back interceptions.
Yeah, you saw Reed look at all the guys over here, and that's why he came up and said, Indy solid, right? Let's change it. We got 2 guys on the left side of the center and about 8 on the other side of the center. Let's just run it this way. We got one-on-one blocks, no help over the top. Great little run adjustment there to punch that one in from Austin Reed.
A 14-play drive took over 7 minutes before Merriweather capped it with the 1-yard touchdown run. And the extra point by Thieker. So Rick Neuheisel, his first season here with Dallas, his team cuts it to a 9-point margin with his star quarterback Austin Reed leading the way.
Excellent job. Hey, the rest of the game's like that, methodical.
Methodical to make a comeback. Remember, they trailed 16-zip before Rick Neuheisel and Austin Reed got back into this thing. Long drive paid off. Renovations here at Toyota Stadium. The side of the field we're on is packed with fans. This the home to the National Soccer Hall of Fame and FC Dallas. Good atmosphere for the local fans. So Chandler Rogers, first start of his pro career, managing things well so far today. And it's a huge opportunity, Jordan, for Louisville, because prior to this move to Rogers, there they sit at 1-3. You win today with a good, solid road win at Dallas. You're right there hunting down the playoffs the second half of the season. Same for Dallas. You win today, and there starts to become some separation of DC, Orlando, and Dallas clearly being the class of the UFL.
No doubt. And Louisville is better than their 1-3 record.
Yes.
They lost a close one to Birmingham by 2 points. They lost a close one to Orlando in overtime to a rule that's now been changed. So they are really close to being a team that's 3-1, and right here they're proven against one of the best in Dallas that they belong.
Robinson with a good run. Look at James Robinson and a stiff arm that he rides the yard line. So there's an opportunity now. Louisville with 3 timeouts remaining, 65 seconds before halftime, and they're already across midfield.
Yeah, and that's the reason Louisville looks different today. Their ability to run the football. Already over 50 yards. Remember, they came in averaging just over 40 a game.
Rogers drives it to the outside and gets it complete to Winstead. Winstead, who's top 7 in the UFL in receiving yards, and now all of a sudden, on this hot, sunny afternoon here in Dallas, Louisville's looking the part.
And they have all the time in the world. They have all 3 timeouts. I know it looks like just a minute, but you don't have to try to just use the sideline. You can use the middle of the field. A free play.
Rogers, back shoulder, it was denied. He was looking for Black.
Number 4 defense, and if you throw for that's good.
That's Bauer who they're going to flag.
Yes, I know. He dropped like a motherfucker.
Offside. Defense number 4 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah, as a defender in that 2-minute drill, you have to know when the clock is stopped. Expect hard count. And so great job by Chandler Rogers with the hard count. We got to expect it as a defender.
Leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it.
Sam has plenty of that experience.
Blue at the eye. Blue at the eye.
First down. They're going to run the ball with Robinson. Under the timeouts they have, the ability to manage things. 52 seconds remaining here before halftime.
Robinson's been a bright spot since they added him. He was an undrafted free agent to Jacksonville in 2020 and went on to be an all-rookie, rushing for over 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns that year.
Joe and Jordan up in the booth with you today. Sam and Brock, our field level analysts. Been interesting to see Chandler Rogers, and you never really know what those first moments look like in somebody's career in a pro start. But Chandler Rogers, you said it earlier, he's just a calm guy.
Yeah, and a born leader. You know, we talked to him early in the week. He said, well, I'm getting ready to go present some concepts to the offense. And I'm like, is that normal? He goes, no, but it's something I felt I wanted to do. So he has taken the reins of the leadership role already for this Louisville Kings team, and he has been so calm and collected today. Let's see if he can continue that as Louisville tries to get some points here.
Sam, you've been with them all day.
Yeah, you can feel it on the sideline. There's a level of calm on the sideline and confidence in their quarterback. And so that's the difference in covering this Louisville team a couple times.
2nd and 6. It's Robinson again. So it'll be 3rd and a couple yards.
And from the Dallas perspective, going against Chandler Rogers, I think the biggest thing going into the second half is you have to find a way to make a guy who has his first career start today, you have to make him uncomfortable somehow, some way. So you got to make him one-dimensional. It starts with stopping the run, and then if you do that, you got to start testing him. How well does he know his protections by bringing some pressure? But right now, Chandler Rogers looks cool, calm, and completely in control.
But the difference in Chandler Rogers' game that maybe a lot of people don't know is his ability to use his legs. Hasn't used it a lot today, but even if there's a pass rush available, you'll see him, if something breaks down, he can run the ball. He hasn't really exposed it, but expect more of that if Dallas wants to bring more pressure.
Well, Sam, remember when he was at North Texas, you know this, having watched him, he had a game at Navy, he had a 75-yard rushing touchdown.
You're right. I got a chance to cover him when I was, he played a game versus the University of Texas, and he had a really good game. And so he's played on big stages in big environments, so it might be his first professional start, but it doesn't feel like it.
3rd down and 4 for Rogers. As that ball was snagged by Black, and that'll be a 1st down.
Boy, what a great catch in tight coverage. Tariq Black missed last week, was out with a hamstring injury. One of their more talented receivers. Look at this catch.
Yeah, former New York Jets receiver, played at Michigan. He was a massive recruit coming out of high school in Cheshire, Connecticut. Young man, by the way, I saw grow up playing youth basketball and youth football against my son. He's always been ahead of the curve as a big-time athlete.
What was that like, Tess? Seeing a guy who's now playing pro football, but watching him as a kid?
It makes me feel old, Sam, is the answer. It makes me feel very old.
I mean, did you know back then that he was going to be?
Yes, he was always he was always the man growing up in Hamden. He grew up, and then he played at Cheshire Academy on a team that had legitimately upwards of 15 Division I prospects on it.
Wow. Remains first down. Louisville chose not to take a timeout to avoid the 10-second runoff. Game clock operator, please put the game clock at 22 seconds.
Leon, you're ready.
So we'll alter the game clock to show 22 seconds remaining.
That's where Chandler Rogers has got to be careful with the football. You're in field goal range. You at least want to end this drive before half with 3 points. Don't take a sack and don't force something that's not there.
Rogers. Oh, good ball, and it's right to Black, who makes a move, spins free, still on his feet, working his way, reached for the end zone, the ball came out. They're going to have to rule this. Let's see if they rule him down or if that's a live ball. Stephen Jones Jr. came up with the football. This is going to be a critical ruling at the 1-yard line.
The ruling on the field is a fumble at the 1-yard line, recovered by the D's.
Wow. Black was giving every effort possible to score here.
We have him down. I'm going to give you everything, okay? He's down. The ball is going to be at the 1-yard line, and we're going to put 11 seconds on the clock. You have a first down, and obviously they have a timeout they can use.
All right, that's Dean Blandino in the UFL Command Center.
After review, the ruling on the field is that the runner was down before the ball became loose. Please play 11 seconds on the game clock.
So it's 1st and goal after the 24-yard play there.
Final time out of the half.
Back-to-back plays going to Tariq Black. You can see why the playmaking ability when he's got the ball in his hands. This throw from Chandler Rogers, the anticipation, he throws this 2 steps before Tariq Black is even out of his break. As soon as Black turns, the ball is right on him. The timing of that is what allowed Black to then run after the catch. And a great job for fighting for extra yards, Sam.
Jordan, I was talking with Chris Redmond before the game. He mentioned with Chandler Rogers, even when he was a backup quarterback, he was doing walkthroughs by himself in the hotel, getting backup receivers. He was ready for this moment before it came.
Here we go, here we go.
And timeout's going to be used by Dallas.
Do we call timeout or not?
See Rick Neuheisel
Nice
on
job.
the sideline there.
I know, I don't want to. I wanted to see the formation.
You've got one timeout left. Just know you can't take it. Okay, just letting you know. I don't want you to try to take it.
I wouldn't do it.
And Tess, it looks like that clock should be at 11 seconds because I think Louisville called a timeout after that fumble that was called down.
Also a reminder that Louisville won the toss to start this game. They deferred, so they're going to receive the second half kickoff.
Boy, I'd almost love to run one play. You got 6 seconds. If you sprint out to the right and just try to hit a front pylon throw, it'll probably take 4 seconds. If it's not there, throw it out of bounds, right? At least give yourself a chance to get a touchdown. But this is the safe play. Take 3 points, extend your lead here to 12 points before half.
On the road with a shake-up to your roster, I mean, they feel like they're in good shape here as Tanner Brown puts it through, and it is a 12-point lead for Louisville. And really, listen, there's a lot that happens in the UFL. None of these rosters stay the same. And this was a week where there was a lot of turnover. We talked about the offensive line. Talk about Chandler Rogers now at quarterback. A 12-point lead against a well-rested and very good Dallas team. This is an excellent first half.
Yeah, it's a Dallas team that a couple of weeks ago you would have said, I think they're the best in the UFL with what they can do on offense. But you're right, this is a Louisville team that I think has been wildly underrated. They've been competitive in every single game they've played in. And now, maybe some addition by subtraction, right? They got rid of some guys that chemistry and culture-wise weren't a fit. And we're seeing Chandler Rogers playing at a high level.
And a reminder that they will receive the second half kickoff. So that 12-point lead, an opportunity for it to expand. Louisville's going to be back in action on Thursday for the following week in UFL action. Already week 5 coming to a conclusion here. 10-game regular season, top 4 make the playoffs. This big swing game in terms of the standings.
The middle of the pack is so competitive. St. Louis looked dominant the other night against Orlando, who was undefeated. St. Louis also with a quarterback change and a really good defense. This is still a league that, even at the halfway point, is so wide open with what can happen down the stretch.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Merriweather, he paused. He looked at the official before he then took it out to the 15-yard line. (19-7) at the half.
Austin, tough start to the ball game, but you bounced back in a big way. You had a fantastic drive there at the end of the second quarter. How do you maintain that momentum going into the second half?
We just got to find completions and drives. We got to have more positive plays. Just negative plays killed us, so we just got to stop doing that.
It seems like you guys found something offensively with Stoops working the slot, getting good matchups on nickelbacks and inside linebackers. Is that something that you want to continue with in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to keep finding completions. We just got to keep finding short passes if they're going to drop out and give that to us.
Good stuff. I appreciate you, Austin. Best of luck.
And I'm here with Chandler Rogers, starting quarterback, getting his first start professionally. But you seem so chill, man. What's going through your mind and your heart right now?
Just being cool, calm, collective. This is 3 seasons of being a quarterback, right? It just let nothing faze me at all, and just sticking to the game plan and trust my coaches.
What led up to this opportunity? What were you doing in the dark that nobody saw?
Just working every day with Rod, Craig, and 2 Live, and everybody. Just Ross on there and grass and soccer fields, wherever we can get it at. Just getting the work in, and really thankful for those guys sticking with me through all this and just reaping the rewards and God bless me with.
And one thing I've noticed on the sideline is it's not just the offensive players you're spending time with. The defensive guys are looking up to you as well. What does it mean to have a relationship with both sides of the ball?
You know, those guys have my back, and I have their back all the time. So when I'm on the field, they know I have theirs, and when it's time their turn to do everything, and how you see I have 2 interceptions right here in the first half, so that's big for us. So when you're just playing complimentary football.
Thanks, Chandler.
Thank you.
7 of 10 passing for Chandler Rogers. He said the 3 C's of quarterback. Well, that's the 4C. How about Chandler? He's got his team on the road with a 12-point lead. We're going to hear from the Renegades coach, Neuheisel, and his star quarterback when we return. United Bowl as we are here in Frisco, Texas. Louisville with a 19-7 lead on the road. Chandler Rogers leading the way his first start. Jordan with you. Hey, by the way, DC has earned the right to host the championship. They got wonderful fans, a great venue, and they got a team that could go back-to-back in winning this thing.
They look really good. Put up 45 points the other night on Birmingham. Jordan Ta'amu, who I thought should have been the league MVP last year, did walk away with the championship game MVP and the hardware to end it, but they look almost as unstoppable on an offense as they did last year.
Pam, we all have days like this. Let's bring in our betting analysts. When we see certain trends, home teams have been covering. Now the home team is in a big hole, down 12 points. Where are your interests going in the second half?
You know, the UFL continues to be a ride, so I'm going to ride the second half under 24.5. Dallas offense has kind of been invisible in this matchup. Why? Because if you focus on Tyler Vaughns, he's the best wide receiver in this bunch. He's only at 2 targets and Dallas roster. If you eliminate him from the equation, well, you're going to end up with turnovers and turnover on downs, as we've seen from Austin Reed. And the Keene scoring, 16 points have been generated from those interceptions and short fields. I think we're going to see regression to the mean here. Second half under 24.5 is what I like.
All right, we'll look for that, Pam. Hey, listen, Louisville's getting the ball to start the second half. Dallas defense has to do something right away.
Yeah, they got to stop the run. They got to force Chandler Rogers with a new offensive line to drop back and throw the football. That's the path to Dallas. Maybe forcing a turnover and getting back into this one.
Sam?
I just left Louisville's locker room, and the message was simple. The defense, don't get tired of doing it right. That was the message. They said they want to take it to another level. Now, from the head coach, who's got the offensive background, his big message was everyone stay calm and finish, but also hydrate. It is 85 degrees down here. It feels like 90. Some of these long drives can wear and tear on the other side of the ball. So hydrate and finish. Brock?
For Dallas, I think the formula to win this football game is very simple. On offense, you have to remain balanced. You saw that on their scoring drive at the end of the second quarter. There was a major commitment from offensive coordinator Noel Mazzoni to run the football. Austin Reed, he's already thrown 2 interceptions today. A run game will go a long ways for him remaining balanced. Defensively, it's what Jordan Rogers just said upstairs. You have to stop the run if you're Dallas. If you can do that, you'll force Louisville to be one-dimensional, and now you can attack Chandler Rogers, who's making his first career start in the UFL.
Let's look at our progressive first half stats, Jordan.
Yeah, it really came down to the turnovers there at the bottom from Austin Reed. Both ended up leading to points. And again, the rush yards for the Kings. If they can be balanced, going to be tough for Dallas to get back into this one. But I love the way we saw Austin Reed play on that last scoring drive. They were dialing up and calling shot plays, but he wasn't forcing throws downfield. He was taking the checkdowns and the easy options when they were there. If they can get that Austin Reed in the second half, Dallas is going to climb their way back into this one.
Our UFL officials are going to reset things for this second half kickoff. Chandler Rogers was 7 of 10 passing for 78 yards in that first half. Austin Reed, the 2 costly interceptions, 1 a pick six, the other one creating a short field for a Louisville score. There is Reed. Ian Wheeler on the return. And it's a good one out towards the 37-yard line. All right, we're talking about Chandler Rogers a good bit today, but to get to know him a little better, you take a look at his journey. And we mentioned he played for 5 different teams in 5 years of college football. Had success at North Texas back in 2023, the 4th most single-season passing yards in program history. He was the backup to Fernando Mendoza, the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft at Cal, and now here his first pro start with Louisville.
Yeah, and interesting talking to him. You know, last year had an off year, didn't get invited to a mini camp, didn't have a preseason invitation. So this is kind of his first chance to showcase that he has what it takes to get an opportunity in the NFL. That's what I love about this league. It's not just guys that have had that opportunity, but guys that are still looking for that first opportunity.
Roy Bunch Hay, 200 scat, spacing, X, slant.
Steve Logan, who has spent the majority of his adult life calling plays, 50 years as a coaching veteran, former head coach in East Carolina, play caller for many programs.
First thing out of my mouth. Here we go. All right.
Pressure and escaping is Rogers, and look at that scramble past midfield for a first down. That's exactly what Sam Acho was talking about.
Yeah, we said, are they going to bring pressure? They bring both guys off the edge, and Rogers does a great job of just reacting, sees it right away, steps up, and turns a play that should have been a big negative play into a positive.
If you're going to bring pressure, you have to have rush lane integrity with your defensive front and corral that quarterback, cage him in the pocket.
14-yard run by Rogers. And this time, Robinson is going to be tackled for a loss of 1 with Mike Gilhammer's defense. He's longtime NFL secondary coach and now the defensive coordinator here in Dallas.
11. Very nice. I wish we could switch this.
Rogers, ball is knocked away. It was Harris there defensively. A J.N.A. Harris with coverage on Lucky Jackson.
Harris, the guy that was all UFO last couple years. The secondary is actually pretty good from Dallas. Now you got a 3rd and long, and this is where protection has to hold up. Left tackle James Tunstall went out with an injury earlier in the game. He's back in the lineup. That's a good sign for Louisville.
3rd down and 10. Rogers wants to take a shot downfield. And coming back for the ball was Prather, but he couldn't come up with it. Stephen Jones was there defensively. And a flag is down at the 14-yard line.
Number 10.
And they're going to get this on the receiver.
You go 10 yards.
Yeah, that ball hung up a little more than Chandler Rogers probably wanted. Aiden Prather.
Pass interference. 10-yard penalty. Down.
That ball hung up so much. Prather's trying to come back to it, ends up throwing the DB out of the way.
Now remember, they had crossed midfield, so this 3rd down and 20 puts them in a really unique position. No punting once you've crossed midfield. Well, the ball is all the way back at their own 41.
Look at all this space out here. I just throw a quick little one to Lucky Jackson right here, see if he can't get half of what you need and set up a little easier 4th down conversion.
I love the strategy by Neuheisel declining the penalty to force them into a longer 3rd down, knowing they have to go for it on 4th.
Here's Rogers as he goes underneath, and making it back past midfield is Davidson. Boy, the extra effort from Davidson. So it'll be 4th down from there. Of course, they have to go for it. No punting once you've passed midfield.
Smack, Dragon.
James down. Okay.
So you heard 300 jet. That's a protection. That means quick game. This ball should come out really quick. Going to have slants on one side.
4th down and 5. Pressure on Rogers. Ball is out. And it is recovered by his offensive lineman. But Willie Taylor just blew up that 4th down. What a big play and a turnover on downs.
Well, watch Rogers take a full 3-step drop and a hitch. I called out the protection. 300 jet means 1 step, and that ball's got to be out if you're Chandler Rogers. Your offensive line is not expecting you to be that deep in the pocket. So Okafor there, he's like, well, you can run by deep if you want. My quarterback should be shallow in the pocket, and that ball should come out quickly.
Willie Taylor now with 2 4th down sacks. And the strip sack there. It's going to be Dallas ball, trailing by 12 when we come back. Well, Oklahoma's getting a UFL expansion team, a guy who knows everything there is to know about Oklahoma football and the fan passion is with his coach Bob Stoops. Son Drake is out there as a receiver for Dallas. How you like being on the other side of this thing right now?
I don't mind it. I kind of like it, sitting up, having a cold beer, watching the game. It's a little easier than coaching it.
Let me know how you can find a way to do that. I'd like to do that one of these weeks here.
You got to retire first.
But keep getting after it here, working week after week. Listen, a couple costly interceptions in that first half, but now the defense has provided an opportunity for Dallas with good field position after the turnover on downs as Day Hunter goes ahead. What have you seen today, Coach?
Yeah, you're right. The turnovers are the story of the game so far, unfortunately. You pick 6, those are going to hurt you, and then another one inside the, in the red zone. Those hurt. Outside of that, we've played a heck of a game.
You've been around these spring leagues a lot, but what's your take on some of the new rules and just the talent across the spring football for the UFL this year?
It's really good, believe me. People watching this, these players are excellent players. I was in the league for 4 years, loved the players, a lot of talent. You know, these guys are all on the cusp of being in the NFL and just outside of it, so it's definitely worth watching, and I loved it, my time doing it.
Of course, your time doing it on the sidelines has come with such success at Oklahoma here in spring pro football. First down now for Reed as he comes across, can't complete it to Merriweather. And now here you are as a dad, and obviously, listen, I was down about half an hour away calling Drake playing in the Cotton Bowl in the Red River and whatnot. Right. He was always, you know, just this guy who made the most of every opportunity. You must be incredibly proud to have him here as a pro football player now.
Yeah, definitely. I loved his opportunities he had there at Oklahoma. He made the most of it. Was you know, a lot of fun to watch. And then now he was with the Rams for a year, and now he's here this year. Here with the Dallas Renegades. And
the name change
he loves
it. Right?
Yeah, when I was there, it was the Arlington Renegades, so forgive me, but he loves it. Rick Neuheisel, great guy. I've known Rick forever as a coach. You know, it's coaches all run in the same circles. And anyway, so I'm glad he's working with Rick and Coach Noel Malzoni as well, the offensive coordinator. He's loving it, enjoying it.
Where is 13? We got to get 13 out there. Got his first
we bring you up
to
the booth, and all of a sudden he's not in on this series when he's played so well recently.
Yeah, he's had several catches early.
I think he's leading them when receiving right now.
Here's Merriweather on third down as he drives ahead. Bob, always great to visit with you.
Hey, always
we'll
good
let
to
you
see
get back to enjoying yourself as a fan and a dad.
Good to see you. Appreciate
Coach Bob
you guys.
Stoops,
Thank you.
One of the very best to ever do it here. Of course, his son Drake.
Here we go.
And it is a first down for Dallas.
On the turbo. Dot right, Seattle Vic, alert Oregon Brady. On turbo, ready. Here we go.
Merriweather took it ahead for 4 yards to get that first down.
Alert, 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 alert. Turbo set.
Merriweather being tracked down from behind. Our matchup of coordinators. Good one today.
Dagger. Hammer. Dagger.
You just feel like at some point, and I know you don't want Austin Reed taking risks, but Tyler Vaughns has not had a catch tonight. At some point, you got to find a way just to get an easy touch to your best player and the best receiver in the UFL. He's at the top of your screen there.
Second down, Reed. As he gets it to Hunter. And Hunter is corralled near the 20-yard line by Thomas, Jaheim Thomas, who leads the UFL in tackles.
Keep working up with
Jerk with the sail.
Here we go. Hey, Ocean left, 51. Ocean left, 51. Z Carey, F Jerk, T Rail.
On the turbo, Ocean left, 50.
Why is he doing that?
Z Carey, F Jerk. On the turbo, ready. 51 rail. Tax. 50.
Boy, watch the wheel route for the running back out of the backfield.
So that neutral zone.
He jumped. Middle guy jumped.
Here, Austin Reed pleading his case.
Yeah, they're talking it over. Reed saying, hey, this guy in the middle jumped.
False start. Offense,
Go the
number
other way.
79. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
So Neal, starting tackle.
It's fine. Hey, it's fine. Come on. Here we go. Ocean left, 51. Z Carey, F Jerk, T Rail on one, right?
F Jerk, so trying to hit something to the slot at the top of your screen or the running back down here at the bottom, depending on the matchup that Reed likes.
Reed in stride. Well done to Hodges. Curtis Hodges, the former Arizona State tight end, with a 25-yard touchdown catch.
Oh, it's great recognition by Austin Reed. Watch this safety roll down here at the snap. He's going to roll down, and that rail route, that seam by the tight end is going to replace it. No safety help over the top. This guy's going to try to get there, but he's going to be late, and that's a great ball by Reed with a linebacker underneath and trail coverage on his tight end. Put it right out in front, attacking the defense where the deficiency is. Not trying to force anything, but a safety rolls down. Great, replace it. Such a good job by Austin Reed.
And now this should be a 2-point conversion attempt. Of course, in the UFL this year, you have 3 options for points after touchdown. The traditional place kick, the 2-point conversion, or the 3-point conversion. And Dallas is going for 2. Reed, sprint right. As intercepted. So our score will remain a 6-point margin. The UFL will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
Which again, everybody's starting to figure things out. Still a wide open UFL as you see the standings there.
And today's game is critical here. Louisville can be right in the mix of that middle ground if they get to that 2-win plateau. They've been playing good football. They feel very good now about the quarterback room, the success of Chandler Rogers today, the addition of Mike DeLillo. But if Dallas wins today, there they are as one of the big 3 at the halfway point of this UFL regular season. Remember, top 4 teams make the postseason. Then on June 13th, right here on ABC, will be the United Bowl, the championship of this Pro Spring Football League in D.C. We'll remind you what is coming your way with Week 6. It'll kick off Thursday night. This Louisville team has the short turnaround as they host St. Louis. Then Friday night, you said Houston's playing better. Columbus needs a win. Houston's on the road at Columbus. Right here on ABC Saturday at noon, it'll be Dallas at DC. That's a big-time game before we wrap it up Sunday with Birmingham and Orlando.
I think there might be some points scored when Dallas and DC face off.
So just a 6-point margin now. Remember, Louisville jumped out 16-zip to start this game. Rogers to the outside, and he's able to connect near the 30-yard line to Black.
You see Louisville using a little bit of tempo here. This is something that we thought Steve Logan would start to mix in a little bit as they make changes. Now that Chandler Rogers took over at quarterback.
Much clock, right?
Don't be afraid of red ball 6.
Black Eddie! Black Eddie, hot! Easy, easy. Red ball 3, red ball 3, red ball 3, red ball 3. Here we go, Sabu.
2nd and 4. Rogers gets it to Robinson. Out of backfield, makes a move, picks up a block, and has a first down for Louisville.
Well, it's a great job. Robinson's just going to take the swing and watch the initial move on the corner. I'm not sure, is it Harris out there? Stephen Jones, I think it was, that got put on skates.
Let's go, rip.
That's a 220-pound running back looking light on his feet. Woo!
Jordan,
18 yards.
Jordan, I don't know about you, but as a former quarterback, what Chandler Rogers is doing is so impressive. He's just collected. He changed the play before that last one. He's in full command.
As he is right there, Brock, showing his stuff, driving the ball to the 40-yard line. Another first down. It goes to Lucky Jackson.
Still 11. Still 5. 11. Over 5 buzz.
Roy, 4. Pittsburgh
Over
Thunder.
5
Check,
buzz.
6.
Remember, Sky Run Fits.
Take a Trey.
Over 5 buzz.
Trey far.
We're good.
4 down.
Set. Blue at the end. Blue at the head.
Robinson, as he gets ahead down to the 36-yard line.
Let's go. Liz. OP3 gets goal. X-Channel already.
Are we good with Ian the next play at back? So
yes,
James
he's tired.
looks tired.
Yes.
Set.
You hear them saying James looks a little tired. That's James Robinson, the running back they're talking about. Rogers. That was thrown short of the intended target, and Llewellyn was there defensively. He was trying to get his tight end, Zach Davidson.
Let's go black check. Black check. Don't be afraid of a red ball. Black check. Don't be afraid of a dragon.
You've heard a couple times that black check. That's that hard count on that third down usually, so defense has to be aware.
We'll look for that, Sam, right here.
Black Eddie! Black Eddie, hold on! Hold! Easy, 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 easy.
As Sam said.
Here we go, salute.
3rd and 6, 4-man rush, in cut, and a first down for Louisville, and it's Tyler Hudson with the reception.
Well, I think that's the second, third, and medium or so that Chandler Rogers has hit a slant in tight coverage. This time, really good job of putting that one low, allowing Hudson just to get it on his body. Already had the yardage he needed for a first down there.
Excellent job of Hudson at the line of scrimmage. Dallas was playing a 2-man coverage, so inside leverage, really tough to run a slant, but he found a way to win.
They fake the reverse. Wheeler keeps it. And they're fairly sound defensively, but Wheeler made the most of it to gain yardage.
That's one thing I hate. I know Jordan, you and Brock, that reverse call. It was the quarterback that was saying reverse. It wasn't a reverse. You know, they want the defense to think it's a reverse. So smart play by the offense. It frustrates me as a defender.
Savvy move by Chandler.
Sam, you think it should be a penalty if the quarterback
now
isn't
we're
muted?
talking 5-yard penalty if the quarterback deception on the offense. Number 4.
Deception. Penalty for deception.
90% of football is deception. Yeah. Another completion, and it's Lucky Jackson spinning his way inside the 10-yard line. This is a well-managed drive by Louisville.
Well, it's so impressive because he's going to have a blitzer right in his face as he throws this slant. He's able to get it out in front. Boy, just a really good job again of being calm under pressure. Don't usually see that out of a guy making his first start.
Straight ahead, big hole, and right on in is Wheeler. What a response by Louisville and quarterback Chandler Rogers after Dallas cut back into this lead.
Boy, Chandler Rogers just in complete control of this offense. That time he signaled touchdown before his running back even crossed the line of scrimmage. That is just a great drive from Louisville. Took some time off the clock. They were methodical. Chandler Rogers not looking like a guy making his first ever pro start.
Nine-play, 76-yard drive for Louisville. As Tanner Brown adds the extra point, and it's a 13-point lead.
Yeah, you see the linebacker is going to try to get over the top, and the run's just going to go right up inside of him. Sometimes you just have the right run for the perfect defensive call, or vice versa. And watch Chandler. I mean, he sees the linebacker flow. He hands it off, goes, yep, touchdown. I mean, Ian Wheeler wasn't but a yard away from him. 10 yards from the end zone, he goes, oh, he's walking in.
They struggled all season long running the ball. Today, 93 yards on the ground. You brought this up earlier. They've delivered.
And it's been impressive because there's new faces up front as well. Remember, they cut 2 starters on the offensive line. James Tunstall, their starter at left tackle, has been out with injury. They got a guy, Kellen Deesh, playing that was signed on Sunday. So it has just been a great effort across the board from Louisville. Chris Redmond has done a great job of getting these guys ready to play today.
to 13, Louisville on top. Merriweather on the return. Finds enough of the seam to get out to the 34-yard line. Let's bring in our betting analyst. Pam, I want to ask you, we've been putting up the standings all day long. How do you see the futures overall in the UFL?
Well, entering this week, the DC Defenders were plus 185 favorites. Dallas Renegades came in as the second favorites at plus 240. Now, after winning by 17 points on the road, DC is likely to continue being the favorite. I want to say that those odds are a little bit short. I would buy this down up to plus 150. And the reason for that is because DC is a complete team. They lead in sacks, they lead in interceptions, they lead in total yards, which means that this is a team that can win in multiple ways. And as we're seeing, Dallas is a little bit more dependent on quarterback play. So I would be looking at DC to come out with a win at the end of the season.
That is Pam Maldonado, our betting analyst. DC came up with a 45-28 victory over the Stallions on Friday night. Here's Dallas trying to stick around with both DC and Orlando in the standings. 3-1 now, but at home. Final moments here of the third quarter, trailing by 13 against a much improved Louisville team.
Here we go.
And Louisville's been content to play two safeties deep for the majority of this game. That's why you're seeing Dallas hand the ball off, trying to get the run game going.
Hunter with that jump cut out to the side, and that is a first down for Dallas.
We're just so used to seeing Dallas push the ball downfield to Tyler Vaughns and take shots.
Topper Dover.
Oh, and here comes right now. So Topper, there's two P's in Topper. That's two posts. So you're going to have two deep post routes, and Dover is a deep over route coming from the opposite side. So they're trying to hit the ball down the middle of the field. Probably to Drake Stoops here.
There's the play action. Now comes the shot play. And he was looking for Stoops, but it's incomplete.
Why didn't we run Topper?
Hey, 11.
We never got a post.
Right. Huh?
We never got a post.
He didn't run the post.
Some miscommunication there.
You're right. 51 Mallet Exxon. We didn't get the post out here.
Hey!
That was Topper!
Exxon on the turbo, ready?
Hey!
Yeah, definitely miscommunication if you listen to Rick Neuheisel as well.
Here we go. White 80. White 80 said, hot! Turbo, set!
Second down. That ball is picked! This is Mayfield! His second of the afternoon. Corey Mayfield, who had an interception in the second quarter, comes up huge here, deep in the third quarter.
Boy, they're trying to get a little pick play. You're going to see Vaughns is trying to pick the linebacker for the running back, and by the time he looks, the ball is already on the way. And just a great play again. Corey Mayfield jumping that throw. You see, Vaughns was so focused on trying to get the pick that he wasn't ready for the ball by the time that Reed had already released that. That's been the story of the day for Austin Reed. Miscommunications, forcing the football when he doesn't need to, and that one right there, miscommunication trying to go to Tyler Vaughns.
And now Louisville takes over at the 17-yard line. Wheeler, he is hit hard on that run fit from Cole, the strong safety. Quinterio Cole, former Louisville Cardinal college football player, comes up with a big hit against Louisville's new pro football team. They're going to let the clock run down here in the third quarter and enjoy a 13-point lead on the road and another big interception. That is now 3 interceptions by the Louisville defense. One went for an 83-yard pick six. Corey Mayfield came up big. Can Louisville grab this road win? Fourth quarter when we return to Frisco, Texas. Back here to start the fourth quarter in Frisco, Texas. The story of the day, Chandler Rogers, the quarterback for Louisville, making his first pro start, guiding this team to a big league, and the defense coming up with 3 interceptions, 116 return yards, a pick 6, and now putting Chandler in the offense in great position to start the fourth quarter.
And it's really been the efficiency from Chandler Rogers. He is 13 of 18 today. Jason Bean was less than 50% on the season. Like, he just wasn't completing the football to give this offense the ability to keep moving the chains and sustain long drives. Chandler Rogers is doing that today.
Start of the fourth quarter. Wheeler lowers the shoulders, gets the ball to the 6-yard line.
First down, y'all called it out too. Hey, Bill. We'll break it 15. Let's go. Lead with 13 double already.
Heard him say milk. They're trying to milk as much of this clock as possible, let this thing tick all the way down before they snap the ball.
Set. Blue at the eye. Blue at the eye.
Wheeler again probing as he just nudges inside the 5-yard line. It's Cole with the tackle.
11.
Left hash.
Second and goal.
Deep 4, Iowa Thunder. Rip deep 4, Iowa Thunder. Be smart. Take the clock. Rip deep 4, Iowa Thunder. Now, we're going to have a 3rd and goal at 5. You guys want to throw it? You want to throw the alpha? Create?
Is that too deep? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Or you guys like you want quarterback stick draw?
It's already thinking ahead to 3rd down, but it's 2nd and goal right now. And Wheeler gets it near the 3. That was Moraine with the tackle.
11.
11 or 11J?
11. Create Roy Bunch 376 Alpha. Create Roy Bunch 376 Alpha.
Still 11. Tight end for tight end.
Roy Bunch 376 Alpha.
This is that pass play that he was asking his offensive staff. Do you like it? Everybody chimed in, they did. So here's the play they love inside the 5.
3rd and goal. They shift Wheeler back to the backfield, and a timeout is going to be used by Louisville.
Prior to the snap, timeout, Louisville, 30 seconds in length.
So the major shakeup before this week of work was quarterback Jason Bean being traded, Chandler Rogers stepping up. Meanwhile, on the other side, Austin Reed was really the star of the league early on this season, but Brock, 3 interceptions thrown today.
That's right, Tess, and really the message was very simple after that 3rd interception from head coach Rick Neuheisel to his quarterback. He said, listen, just because a route was open the previous series, you cannot predetermine and make that throw the following. Trust your eyes, be disciplined, don't predetermine and throw to the open guy. It's something that Austin Reed has been battling with the last couple weeks, locking on to Tyler Vaughns.
Yeah, both those last interceptions there, both trying to get Tyler Vaughns the football, still without a catch today. But now this is where the defense has to come up. If Louisville's able to punch this in and make this a 3-score game in the 4th quarter.
3rd and goal. Wheeler. And he gets in. Oh, and a flag is down right as he crosses the goal line. We will check on that.
What's the result? Roll it on the field as a touchdown. I have a holding offense number 10. You go for the spot?
This your spot? Is this a good spot? Okay. During the run, holding, offense number 10, 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
That's going to be Tariq Black. He's at the point of attack right here, and watch his left hand just get outside the frame.
Prather.
Oh yeah, sorry, Prather. Hand gets outside the frame. It's exactly what Dallas needed there now. 3rd long for Louisville.
So the penalty wipes out the touchdown, backs them up to a 3rd and goal from the 12. And they're going to run it with Wheeler. And Wheeler's going to take it in from 12 yards out. Heck of a day for Wheeler. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the afternoon.
Wow, watch J.D. Dorenzo, the left guard, who's struggled a lot today. Watch him pull up inside with a kick block right here. Kicks that linebacker out. Ian Wheeler gets right up in between, gets skinny in the hole. Wow, that is a statement to how the day has gone for Louisville on the ground. 120 rushing yards from a unit that was last in the UFL coming into today.
Yes, they were dead last in the UFL in rushing yards per game at 45 rush yards per game.
They didn't have a running back on roster with more than 19 rushing yards on the season, Tess.
Challenge flag is thrown by Rick Neuheisel.
77, our defender was held terribly.
Okay.
Yes.
You hear that, Dean?
Our 77 was held terribly on the touchdown.
His 77?
Right at the point of attack.
Okay, I've got it. I've got it. It's the center. It's the block by the center.
I'm telling you, Coach.
You're hearing the UFL Command Center, Dean Blandino. You're hearing the
they're
descriptive of Rick
challenging that
Neuheisel.
the
It says
center
terribly.
held. It is at the point of attack, but right now he's good position. He's inside. There's a little bit of a turn, but I don't see a hook or a grab at this point. Again, it's got to be a material restriction. I'm going to go to another shot here. This is where we're looking right here. Again, no hook. I don't see a grab. He's reaching. He ends up going to the ground, but that's more because he's reaching for the running back. I'm going to go back to my end zone look here. My sky cam. One more time. Again, it's the block by the center. I don't have a hold here. James, after review, the ruling on the field of no holding stands.
After review, the ruling of no holding on the field stands. Dallas will be charged the first time out of the half and will have no more challengers remaining for the rest of the game. The score is good.
Goodness.
Boy, Rick Neuheisel doesn't agree with that call from Dean. Here's what I'll say about replays. There is a high standard from Dean that it has to be so blatant and obvious to take points off the board. And he doesn't want to go in there and nitpick those challenges to flags that weren't called, right? To create penalties when maybe he could, maybe he didn't hold, maybe he did. So it's got to be blatant obvious for Dean to take points off the board. That one was really close, in my opinion.
And you heard him work through the process there. Louisville now with 20 points off of turnovers. This was the turnover. The interception by Mayfield. And then Wheeler with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. The UFL will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC stations. Jordan, let's look at the game flow brought to you by Progressive.
Oh, it's been a back and forth game. It started with this big turnover from Austin Reed. As you see, Bryce Hall taking it all the way back for a touchdown. And the ground game for Louisville really started picking up. Ian Wheeler with the touchdown. Dallas then answers back with their first sustained drive of the day. Reed with another touchdown. You started to feel that Dallas was going to get back into this, and then the ground game answered from Louisville over and over. Ian Wheeler has been a bright spot on this Kings offense, punching in the last 2 touchdowns.
Now the beat goes on for Louisville. It's been that kind of a day. Good crowd here in Dallas to close out UFL week number 5, the halfway point of this regular season. Top 4 teams make the playoffs. Teams don't stay the same. You get better or you get worse. Louisville's gotten better. They could make a run in this second half. Massive congratulations to our Sam Acho in his induction into the Academic All-America Hall of Fame. New class of inductees announced this week. No one, I mean truly no one more deserving than Sam. What he did at Texas, the McCombs School of Business when he was an All-American player in that 3.55 GPA. Congratulations, my friend.
No, I appreciate it. It's a huge honor. Obviously, Tess, working with guys like you, getting a chance to work here at ESPN. But also, I got a call from Mack Brown a few days after the award. He said, am I allowed to tell you? Is it a surprise? And so just shout out to University of Texas and my teammates, the coaches, academic advisors. It shows you can be a student and an athlete.
Yeah, and more prestigious awards for your hardware. That ball is knocked away. Of course, everybody's so proud of you for the man you've always been, the 2010 Wuerffel Trophy Award winner. All the amazing work that Sam does, a pillar for everything that a football player can be and a man can be. Great job, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, and it goes to the years of hard work that people don't see. And so anybody who's watching and trying to be an academic All-American or on the field All-American, it takes work. All hard work leads to profit, so keep working.
Under 12 and a half to play here in the fourth quarter. Reed, as he connects with Burnett. And Burnett is taken down at the 45-yard line.
Boy, we're here 12 minutes left in the game, and Tyler Vaughns still doesn't have a reception. I mean, he came into the game by far leading the UFL in yards, receptions, touchdowns.
That's incredible.
Here we go.
It really is incredible.
That's what I said. At some point, you just gotta throw him the ball wherever he is, or give him a reverse. Try to find a way to get your most talented player with the rock in his hands.
Here's third down. That ball's intercepted again. All day long it's been happening. Greer. Pick six, Louisville again. Antonio Greer with the pick six.
Boy, this is just
47-yard interception return for a touchdown.
And you see Neuheisel talking to his quarterback.
All right. So if the mic's that way, shouldn't we be on the other Chelsea?
We went Chelsea stuck up because that's what got called first, and we didn't have.
What was the call? Double Chelsea?
Every quarterback, every so often, is going to have this kind of a day.
Yeah.
And Austin Reed is having the most painful kind of day. 4 interceptions, 2 return for touchdowns.
And once again, you felt like he was just predetermining that he was going to have Drake Stoops in the void of the zone, and the linebacker was sitting right there. Drake is on a little bit of an option route to the right, and this linebacker just drops right to it, right? I mean, I think he's expecting Drake to push up and sit right there, but he's got to feel that linebacker and know Drake is going to break to the grass, which is the middle of the field, replace that linebacker. Antonio Greer read it the whole way, was right position. And
you know the deal. You know, Jordan, sometimes you just have to wait for that second window. And it really looks like if he just held it for another half a second, there was a huge play to be had.
But Brock,
Time to man up. All right, let's go down the score. All right?
All right.
You with me?
Yes, sir.
You're not losing your confidence, are you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who picked that off?
I love that from Rick Neuheisel, just putting his arms on his quarterback's shoulders, trying to help him remain confident. But Brock, to that point, when you don't wait for the second window, that to me tells you you're predetermining. You're like, no matter what happens, oh, this is where I'm going with it, instead of feeling that or seeing the linebacker and waiting just a tick and realizing, okay, it's going to be a second window one to me. Another example of Austin just going, well, here's what I'm going to have pre-snap, and throwing it post-snap no matter what the defense does.
A.J. Hunter on the return. You know, Dallas closed back into this thing, and then all of a sudden, the interceptions compounding, the Louisville offense doing their thing, but 2 pick sixes.
And Reed came into this game with 11 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions. He's thrown 4 today. It is
Green, travel, 51, shell, Exxon on the turbo, ready.
Again, it's not the reason I'm a little dumbfounded by it. This is not who you see on tape at all. It's just very uncharacteristic. Just one of those days for Austin Reed. He's a dang good football player.
High snap that he has to control.
Just doesn't have his best stuff today.
Well, the 4 interceptions today.
Yeah, this one, pre-snap Reed decided he was going to throw the RPO. Shouldn't have here, forcing the football to Tyler Vaughns, intercepted. You see Mayfield stepped in front of that one, targeting Vaughns again. And then Antonio Greer with another pick six.
Day Hunter able to keep his balance after that initial surge and then fight for more yardage.
I mean, think about the week that Louisville had. As there's a Antonio Greer down on the field.
Just had the pick six.
Maybe he's just tired.
He's walking off the field now, so he'll be fine.
But think about the week that Louisville had, and Chris Redmond, the job that he did. You trade your starting quarterback away. You cut a running back. Your starting running back, Benny Snell, no longer with the team. You cut two starting offensive linemen. And you show up today with a quarterback that's never started a professional football game, that hasn't really played football since 2023, and you're blowing the doors off a team that came into this game as one of the best in the UFL. Pretty unbelievable job by
You look
Chris
the
Redmond.
best you've looked all year long.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. We talk to a lot of coaches, obviously, every week in prepping for these games, and they'll all say, hey, listen, on the front end of the season, you basically have 30 days to get ready. So then it's the first half of the regular season. It almost takes on the role of what would be, say, the NFL preseason or fall camp in college football.
Yeah.
And then there comes, then you reshuffle your roster. To a certain extent for Louisville, it's almost as if now it begins. Here you go.
All right,
They hold on to plateau and make a good run the second half. Oh, good ball to Curtis Hodges. Hodges, a long striding tight end, and he's going to take it all the way down to the 1-yard line. Remember, he had the 25-yard touchdown earlier today, and he goes for 63 yards with that reception.
So this is the same exact play that Reed threw the big play to Curtis Hodges earlier in the game. And again, let's check and make sure he didn't quite get a touchdown, but got all the way down to the 1-yard line. Knee goes down. Remember, side of the calf there puts him down as well.
Here we go.
Knee doesn't have to be all the way down if the side of that leg's down. But that looked real close. Reed's going to punch it in.
We'll see where they mark him. They're going to mark Reed just short.
Oh, wow.
By the way, that 63-yard reception by Hodges, that's only the second Dallas play over 20 yards today.
I think the first one was to him, too.
25-yard touchdown.
Yeah, on the touchdown. Same exact play.
Pretty good day for Hodges.
Yeah. He's like, man, I haven't got this much action in years. Cramping up a little bit. It's hot out there.
Yeah.
Big tight end running
It
up
is
and down the
scorching
field.
hot and humid. Timeout used by Dallas.
Well, it's the same coverage, too. Safety goes to the other side, so nobody with help over the top of Hodges. 6'7", 255, a long strider, and he really did almost punch that one in. Well, I love Reed coming back to his tight end with a confident throw after yet another pick six. Hasn't been his day, but he's not flinching.
Been a fun week of football, hasn't it? With the NFL draft and now week 5 of the UFL. Quarterbacks who you never know where their careers are going to be starting to emerge. A guy like Chandler Rogers that was bouncing around in college football. Here's the pitch out to Merriweather, and he is going to be tackled for a loss. That was Dantzler the first to get there. Remember, Louisville leads the UFL in TFLs.
Well, it's a great job. I mean, they had 3 or 4 guys there that were not fooled by the misdirection in the backfield.
Turbo. Hey, here we go. 65. Monster Zebra on the turbo. Ready? Hey! Yeah, you got the check flag. Here we go. Zebra. Deontay, come inside. Here we go. Turbo set.
Here's Reed on 3rd and goal. Tried to sidearm it to Merriweather, and a flag comes in as the defenders were collapsing on Merriweather.
Prior to the pass, holding defense number 8.
Half the distance, auto first.
Prior to the pass, holding. Number 8 of the defense. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
It's going to be Mekhi Garner. He was the one in coverage on Deontay Burnett. Got a little bit of jersey. So bails Dallas out there.
Here we go.
Zona Brady, a little inside zone to the right.
180. 180, set.
Diving ahead and reaching out is Merriweather for the touchdown. So they do cash in after the big long reception by Curtis Hodges.
They may have a decision here, because if you go for 3 points, you make this an 18-point game. Remember, you can score
2 possessions.
2 possessions,
That's
right?
it.
Because you can score a touchdown and go for 3 points. So technically, you could get 9 points and 9 points and tie the game up. But I don't think they're going to go for 3 here.
But to your point, really, if you do the math, they should be going for 3, because it gives you the opportunity to score 18 more points.
Oh, they are.
You have 9-point possessions.
Yep, so they're going to go for 3 here from the 8-yard line. Good decision here.
On the turbo, here we go.
So remember, what's critical here is if you get the 3-point conversion, you can then possess the ball with a 4th and 12. You don't have to have an onside kick. You just convert a 4th and 12, get the ball back. You can have another 9-point conversion, another 9-point. You can string them together and never be without the football.
Here we go. Zebra. Here we go.
So a 3-point attempt from the 8-yard line. Here's the 3-point conversion attempt. Reed. It is intercepted, as if he needs to see more of that. That was DeAndre Prince with the pickoff on the conversion attempt, and a flag is down in the backfield.
Personal foul. Defense number 18. Roughing the passer, using body weight to punish the passer into the ground. We'll retry that.
Well, it's Jaheim Thomas. Just a mental mistake there. So tough to do as a guy that's, you're hitting the quarterback, and you got to tell your body, okay, I got to roll off to the side or not try to land on him too hard.
Here's the penalty by Thomas. You see it.
I'm not sure there's anything he could have done there. I didn't see him like drive the helmet back down or anything.
So now the 3-point conversion attempt comes from the 4-yard line.
A lot easier.
The car wash. Turbo set.
For 3 here. Well, Hunter's got to make some magic if he's going to do that. And they converge on him at the 1-yard line, so it is denied. Dallas strings together a 75-yard drive over 7 plays and capped it with a 1-yard touchdown run after the big pass reception by Hodges.
Lights, camera, action.
Want to remind you the NBA playoffs on ESPN continue Tuesday night at 7 Eastern. It'll be Jason Tatum and the Celtics hosting the Sixers. That is game 5. Then at 9:30, the Blazers taking on the Spurs. Both games also available on the ESPN app. So, the beauty of the UFL are rules that serve the fan and competition. One of them is that if you're trailing or tied in the 4th quarter, you don't need a traditional onside kick. We're going to give you the ball for a 4th and 12 from your own 28-yard line, and if that team converts, you retain possession. So Dallas trailing with a 4th and 12 to retain possession, and it's incomplete as Drake Stoops was the intended target, and the pressure was coming on Austin Reed.
Yeah, I mean, this is not where you want to go with the football on 4th and 12, throwing it 5 yards, but protection, you're going to see everybody slide away from the defensive end, so he's going to come hot, and this is too early. Ostermead's got to throw too early because of the pressure from Cam Gill. See 46 there closing in, and you don't want to throw it short of the sticks either. Well, that's the concern when you go empty. You have no running back to help out protection. On a 4th and 12, I would have loved for them to leave a running back in to ensure that Reed could have gotten that ball off.
James Robinson, I'm sure we'll get a big dose of him with 4-minute offense for Louisville. Chandler Rogers, one of the real big stories of the day.
Yeah, he's been so efficient, did a great job of avoiding pressure a couple times today and using that athleticism to turn a bad play into a good play. And just the accuracy on these throws have been exceptional, and the timing. He has anticipated, he's managed, he hasn't forced anything. About as clean of a debut as you could ask from a guy making his first start.
And if you're making your first pro start, isn't it nice to have a defense that goes up with 4 interceptions and 2 pick sixes? Just that nice cushion and safety net there.
Run game that
and
gets
a
going.
run game all of a sudden. Look at the run game. James Robinson maintaining his balance inside the 10-yard line. They came in averaging 45 rush yards per game, and today they've been explosive with the run game. 140 rush yards for Louisville.
They didn't have a running back, and I said this earlier, but it deserves saying it again. They didn't have a running back that came into this game with more than 19 yards on the season, Tess. Their leading rusher was Jason Bean, who they traded, the quarterback. I mean, the running backs have been non-existent in this offense. So credit to James Robinson and Ian Wheeler. They've been fantastic today.
This is 1st and goal as Robinson trips up near the 5-yard line. That clock will continue to run down. Louisville will be coasting in for their 2nd win of the year. You also brought it up earlier of what happened to them to start the season with the tight game week 1 against Birmingham. Obviously, we know what happened in overtime. I mean, national news with what happened against Orlando in week 3, 29-27 with the penalty, controversial finish. This could be a team that could have been at the 4-win plateau.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They are much better than their 1-3 record shows, and they're showing it today.
Wheeler on 2nd and goal as he's going to be corralled at the 2-yard line. That'll get us under 5 minutes to play.
12. What do you want, Charlie?
Run the power. Power. 12. 11. Right hash, right?
11.
Yes.
Roy, 4. Pittsburgh Thunder, check 5. Roy, 4. Pittsburgh Thunder, check 5.
God, there's more to it than that run there, Charlie.
Get your field goal ready.
Pittsburgh Thunder, when you hear coach say run the power, you call the power.
Easy. 5. Set. Blue 88. Blue 88.
Wheeler powering his way right in. It is another touchdown for Ian Wheeler. He has 4 rushing touchdowns.
Great effort at the end of this one. Great shot down the line to see Wheeler's gonna lunge as a 2nd effort here over the top of a couple defenders. And yeah, knee stayed up right on top of a Dallas defender. Helmet came off, but it's all right. Got the points. Well, if you would have told me 2 hours ago that Louisville was going to put up 46, maybe 47 points, I would have thought it was going to be because Chandler Rogers threw for 300 yards. Not that the run game goes for 148.
Yes.
And Ian Wheeler has 4 touchdowns, you said?
4 rushing
rushing touchdowns.
Listen, not to make too much out of the way that the betting line goes, but Dallas was a 7.5-point favorite coming into this. Dallas was proven. Dallas had the star quarterback. Louisville had the new guy starting at quarterback. But boy, oh boy, Sam Acho, Chandler Rogers has to have the biggest smile on his face.
Not too bad. He does have the biggest smile. What did you just say to me, Chandler?
Not too bad, huh?
Not too bad for a first start. There was a sense of confidence from your coaches, but also from yourself. We talked to you throughout the week, and you talked about the level of, hey, I know what this team needs. What did this team need?
We just need somebody to be the leader, honestly. Not throwing shots or anything, but we just needed somebody to be like, hey, come follow me. And that's what I did. I took off and ran with it. I mean, leading the meetings every day and just installing stuff. You see the result of it. We got 47 points, so that's the most we scored, and they got the run game going, so that's a plus.
Ian Wheeler, 4 rushing touchdowns. Your defense, 2 pick sixes. But you're on the sideline encouraging and laughing with everybody. What does that piece of your game mean, that it's not just you and maybe other guys as well?
Yeah, man, it's a brotherhood here. We all love each other. We all support each other. You know, we all here for the right reasons, and that's what Coach Redmond's talked about. Just, hey, we want to be the right people here, and we have the right people here to take over and win this league.
Well, thank you so much, Chandler. What a great job on your first start.
All right, thank you.
Day Hunter on the return. And of course, the reason why Chandler Rogers is in there having himself a big day and has this opportunity is because of the UFL quarterback carousel. DTR moved on. Matt Corral moved on. Jason Bean is the reason, going off to DC, that Rogers now has his work. Mike DeLivo, by the way, very talented guy. Luis Perez in recent years was a star here in Dallas. He's now in St. Louis. But when you get that much movement, it's going to create opportunity for others. Chandler Rogers has taken advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, and he looks like a guy that, not just with what he does on the field, but from a leadership standpoint, can help change this culture, already has, and turn Louisville into someone that can really start making some waves here in the second half of the season.
By the way, that's Greg Ward, who just threw the ball to Seth Green.
I'm putting G. Ward at quarterback. I don't need to get you hurt. That's kind of my time left, all right? Okay. Well, hey, we'll come back from this. I don't know what's going on. Hold on.
Greg Ward, who Rick Neuheisel considers his emergency quarterback. He was, of course, a dual threat quarterback at Houston, then converted to play wide receiver so that he could have a pro career. As Austin Reed's day is done, having thrown 4 interceptions. Where's number 84 now? But remember, he was a quarterback for the Houston Cougars before he then transitioned to play wide receiver and was with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, 40 games with the Eagles over a 3-year span, was 27-5 as a starter at quarterback at Houston. Definitely a versatile weapon, and I just love the way that Coach Neuheisel has communicated with Austin Reed all day, right? I mean, he has been level-headed. He's been calm. It hasn't gone their way. And you know he's not happy about it, but he's done a great job of talking things through with Austin, trying to get his confidence back to a point that can try to claw back in this game. And when that's out of reach, don't get hurt. It's a long season. We need you. We're going to let Greg get out there and run around a little bit.
Greg Ward, who when he was the quarterback for the Houston Cougars, came up with some big wins. And that ball was nearly intercepted by Greer. Remember, Oklahoma was a top 10 win. Louisville was a top 10 win. Guided Houston as the starting quarterback to the Peach Bowl win over Florida State. You know, which brings up another conversation I want to have with you of guys who are college quarterbacks and then what happens to them when you have to go to the pro ranks. Because Diego Pavia, the Vanderbilt quarterback, there were few stars bigger than Diego Pavia in terms of attention grabbing in college football. Between his size and other aspects, he went undrafted this weekend. And to this point, I haven't heard that he is signed as an undrafted free agent. He could sign in the UFL tomorrow, Jordan. Greg Ward scrambling, and he gets it complete to Drake Stoops. What do you think should be the future of Diego Pavia?
I think the UFL would be a great option for him because he's a guy that ran a little bit of a unique system at Vanderbilt that was tailored to his skill set. It's not really a pro style system by any stretch of the imagination, so he needs more rep and tape to show that he can run something that's more similar to what a pro style system would be like in the NFL.
And so, being told that he did accept an invitation to the rookie mini camp with the Ravens. But, you know, we talk all the time about guys like that fitting into a league like this of, you know, getting your reps, being in a pro atmosphere, being able to play rather than just a quick cup of coffee maybe in a mini camp and hardly anything beyond that.
Yeah, there's no doubt that scouts watched him at Vanderbilt and go, man, he is dynamic. But they also go, man, That's not an offense that resembles anything that happens in the NFL. So that he needs, for him, to have another option, tape in a system that projects to the NFL, as a lot of guys in college do, and that's what's great about this league.
Either that or we'll get him cutting promos in WWE.
Yeah, oh, there you go.
He could do that. He's got a character in him, doesn't he? 2-minute warning arriving here in Frisco. It has been all Louisville all day. 4 interceptions corralled by that Kings defense. The UFL will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC stations. Great night ahead with the Stanley Cup playoffs continuing tonight on ESPN. Game 4, Lightning and the Habs. That'll be at 7 Eastern. And then Game 4 between the Oilers and the Ducks. You know, our producer is a crazy diehard Buffalo Sabres fan. Of course, they lead the series against Boston 3-1, so that's been pinging in our ear this afternoon as you look at the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah, Bills Sabres 3-1. Let's go.
That's Billy the Bandit right there. Meanwhile, sitting next to a diehard Bruins fan, Chuck the director. Final couple minutes here in Frisco. Tyler Vaughn's, boy, we just didn't say Tyler Vaughn's name enough today.
That's his first reception of the game.
Leads the UFL in total yards, receptions, and receiving touchdowns coming into the day, and that is his first reception.
Last couple weeks, they did a really good job of really double covering him. Columbus did in back-to-back games, slowed him down, but today, it's been the zone coverage. Help over the top. Just they haven't been willing just to give him the easy throw at the line of scrimmage.
It's Greg Ward getting it to Seth Green. If you're saying, what in the world is going on at quarterback with Dallas right now? Well, listen, it's a blowout of a game. Austin Reed threw 4 interceptions. So one of their star receivers, Greg Ward, who, as you remember, had been a great college quarterback at Houston, is getting some reps at quarterback.
He's keeping the gloves on, too, to throw. Don't want to change it up now. You know, you're 3.5 quarters as a receiver. Might as well keep the gloves on.
Ward, as he goes underneath to Merriweather. It's always interesting when you get to this point of a game and the score. Ball came out at the end there. They're just going to say it's a first down for Dallas. How do you approach the final minutes when you know you've been punched right in the face all day long?
Well, you protect some of the guys you know you're going to need for the long haul, because Dallas is still 3-1. They're going to be 3-2 after this. They're still in the middle of the pack, still in the really driver's seat for a playoff game, right? Top 4 are going to make it out of 8, so they're still in line for that. They just got to go back to the drawing board, make some corrections with this pass game, really try to figure out why Austin Reed is forcing the things that he is, what he's seeing, what he's not seeing.
And that's the big story. Reed turnovers today. The Bryce Hall 83-yard pick 6. Corey Mayfield with 2 interceptions, and then, you know, a very regrettable throw that Antonio Greer returned for a 47-yard pick 6. You can look through all the football stats you want, but if you give up 2 pick 6s in a single game,
I'm not sure
good luck where the scoreboard's going.
Yeah, I would be hard-pressed to imagine any team has won or overcame that in any league. But, man, what a job by Chris Redman. First-time head coach for Louisville. The Louisville legend in his own right.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Can't say enough about Chandler Rogers. Listen, he grew up about 50 minutes south of here in Mansfield, Texas. He has all his family and friends here.
70 of them.
Yep, 70. And his 7-on-7 football team that he coaches. And he goes out and guides this team to victory.
Just an incredibly efficient day, right? The run game was great. He made a lot of checks at the line of scrimmage in the pass game and the run game, got him into the right plays, made plays with his feet when he needed to. Just a superb outing for the first-time starter, Chandler Rogers.
Going to be interesting to see what this second half of the UFL season looks like. This game concludes week 5, and then you get this stretch run after so many trades with the quarterbacks. Rodgers, one of the quarterbacks we'll be watching down the stretch of this season. Can Dallas bounce back? And to the end zone, how about an oh-by-the-way touchdown with Emmanuel Butler?
You just knew if a wide receiver was playing quarterback with no time left, you're sure as heck going to throw it up to one of your boys and see if he can Randy Moss someone in the end zone, which is exactly what Emmanuel Butler does. 6'3", 215 pounds. A great job of climbing the ladder up and over Corey Mayfield, who had a touchdown on an interception earlier in the game. Boy,
and that'll do it. Our final is 47-25. 2 straight wins for Louisville. Could be an interesting second half of the season. Chandler Rodgers, his first start, comes up with a victory. The defense with 4 interceptions. We thank you for watching. Invite you to watch World News Tonight or your local news coming up next over most of these ABC stations.